What's your talent? It's the personal trainer. Do we go the birds and the bees? I think we do. Let's do it. Mine's in the gutter, am I right? About the birds and the bees. Are you messing with me?
Silence, slave!
There's no way you don't already know that at your age, and I'm the ultimate teacher. I also can't believe I'm actually asking this. Well, that's the power of the players. Sucks to suck. And you're a teacher, for crying out loud.
I asked a question.
Yes, and a teacher always expects their questions to be answered.
What would Freud say?
Well, I see you're already playing the teacher card. Why, you sneaky little blighter. Okay, listen up, slave. When two people love each other very much, they engage in this ritual called... You find yourself leaning forward in anticipation. Biscuits and chill. What does it say? Team Alpha? And... Oh! Oh! Wow, that was actually a very good, very good intro. Good day, good people. You're United States Aviators here on another fine day in the year of the Aviator, and welcome back to another fan game. It is Danganronpa Fanfic 2, New World Order, NWO. Ladies and gentlemen, I was pretty excited to get to this one. I saved this one for last for the, I was actually really excited for all three of them that I found. But this one I heard about a while ago. I just never got to it. Now we're here. Now we're in New World Order. And that intro was some top-notch intro work. So let's get right into it. Let's see what this team has done. The link to the creator's page, the game itself, and I think the Discord are all in the description. I think there's a Discord server for it. Off the top of my head, I think so. Pretty much everything has a Discord server nowadays, so I'm gonna say it's definitely there, and if it's not, it probably doesn't exist, or I couldn't find it, but shall we get the show on the road? I think we shall. Let's click to continue. Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. This is actually... Huh. It just wants me to click. I can't do load game because I have no load file. That's... wow. That was actually a really well done title screen. This is really well polished, and I can save whenever I... They've already got me. They've already... They know. This man's me has gotten 0 words in this game. I don't even know who the main character is, and I have already saved. Already saved. Alright, let's get into this. Let's keep going. Okay. Ugh. What? What is this? It's a fan game. Vaguely aware of the hard wooden floor that lay beneath, you found yourself trying desperately to recollect your thoughts. But nothing came. Or rather, too much came at once. A torrent of confused memories and emotions which threatened to overwhelm your senses. You opened your eyes before they quickly squeezed themselves closed. An automatic response to the dazzling light that filled the room you were in. Seconds passed before you mustered up the courage to try again. Slowly, your vision began to swim into focus. You sat up, grunting all the while from the effort. A solitary droplet of water ran slowly down your face. Oh, we're in a classroom! My head. Okay, keep calm about this. This is just like any other day. If this is like any other of your days, you might need a different profession or talent or job or way of life. I've never woke... I take that back. Very often the curtains are drawn and the sun beams down into my eyes. I wake up, I'm like, ah, morning, ah, the sun. So I get you. There's bound to be a rational explanation for what just happened. Let's see. The raging torrent of confusion continued. But this time, It formed itself into a string of semi-coherent words. Candidacy. Graveyard. Girl. Road. Crashing. Darkness. I was trying to do something about my candidacy, and along the way there was a graveyard. I was talking to a girl. Nothing too extraordinary. But in more ways than one, you knew this to be wrong. Okay, time to start over. I was at a graveyard. It was a memorial? That's right, a memorial for the victims of that terrible killing game. The one that ended with... Then, a girl came along. She had a distinct way of speaking. Of course, you'd phrase it as a question, not really expecting an answer. But the moment the last syllable escaped your mouth, you felt your face growing cold. The water that dripped down your face had begun to evaporate. Water. Face? You turned around. Okay. Well. I was wondering when you noticed. Reflexively, you found yourself taking several steps back. Fair. This man's has an ancient scepter too. This man's is a master of the dark arts, and that has just reminded me that we need to take guesses at ultimate talents before they actually reveal them. So first off, ow.
Just like a crate of hippos.
What? A crate of hippos. Alright. Aren't you just a bundle of soothing melodies? What?
Thinking!
But more importantly, it seems the experiment was a success. You've been experimenting on me. Okay.
What was that supposed to mean?
Experiment? What the hell are you babbling about? So, clearly this man's ultimate is about to get revealed. So let's start it off in the comments. You go down there and you guess this man's ultimate talent. I guess we should wait for a name. Well, I guess that might mess things up. Go ahead. First person, first guess. I'm gonna guess too, because I don't know you guys. I don't know any of these people. But based on appearance, he has this sort of like scarf thing. Not even a scarf. It's not a scarf. It's like a wrap of some sort. And I don't know why, but it reminds me of like an Incan pattern. They used a lot of square shapes. And he's got some sort of ancient scepter, which makes me think he's a master of the dark arts, much like Kotoko. I almost want to say shaman, but I feel like that's not right. Something almost screams shaman about it, but I don't think it's a shaman. We'll go ultimate shaman. Or master of the... No, yeah, ultimate shaman, locking it in. The pipette experiment, of course. What else? Let us go on a journey into the not-too-distant past. There was once a place not too different from this, with ghastly orange walls. It was there that the ultimate psychologist let his inquisitive mind run free. In doing so, conducted an experiment. One that would ascertain how humans respond when placed abruptly into an unknown environment.
That only makes sense.
Yes, and he found out that nobody cares about mildly irritating stimuli under such circumstances. How did I...
The possibilities are endless.
It seems your memories are starting to return. Okay. Memories, such fleeting things. To think they form part of essential calculus of human experiments or experience. Now, please do continue. What happened at the graveyard? Oh right, you were listening in. Without thinking too much, you decided to oblige. Okay, I'm gonna trust the stranger with a mysterious scepter. I lost someone in the killing game. He was a great he was a great friend. The memorial was along the way to the candidacy center, so I thought it was worth stopping by.
Interesting.
So you're also an ultimate, huh? You mentioned a candidacy center. There are several in the country equipped to fly world candidates to a centralized location for testing. For security reasons, only officials and the world candidates themselves should know the locations of these centers. Interesting. That's fair, with a whole bunch of, like they said in Danganronpa Labs, ultimate students only bring ultimate trouble. And if you don't mind me saying so, you don't seem much like an official. But I seem like an ultimate?
I asked a question.
How do you know so much about this?
How disappointing.
Shush. Is the answer not obvious? Are you an official? Surely a candidate of the World Empire knows better than to ask questions they can answer themselves. The value of an answer is determined by the quality of its journey. A wise man once said that. Who? You groan internally. Is this how my students feel? My students? Am I a teacher? Pardon?
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, I didn't mean to think that out loud. Point taken. So you're a teacher. And if my assumptions are correct, the great family of education has you firmly in their sights. So is that where we are? At the testing facility?
How illogical.
If so, I doubt they'd need to adapt such a heavy-handed approach.
I see.
Yeah, the men with their cars and masks was a bit much, wasn't it? So you remember that now. Ah! I was kidnapped. They rammed my car off the road, jeez Louise. And for the second time, you felt as though your heart was being pierced by something ice cold. Ice cold. But I don't think we should jump to assumptions just yet. We don't know for sure that we're in any danger at this point. How can you be so calm at a time like this? We just got kidnapped, snatched up, skippity-doo-dod.
What flawed logic.
Panic is regressive. Anyway, it seems that experience is also true for the other candidates, yeah? So we were all kidnapped. Other candidates. You mean there's more people around here? I believe that is a given. You're a member of the 50th batch, and if their metrics are correct, this would make you one of the 16 most qualified people in the whole world. How did you... So you're a member of the 50th batch too? You learn quickly.
It seems the time is ripe to engage in the introduction of oneself.
Yes, please, tell me who you are. I'm sick of referring to you guys as single question mark man and the main character, Sir Triple question mark.
You may call me Sigmund. I think, therefore I am.
Well, I don't think you're the ultimate, like, shaman, what I said before.
The ultimate philosopher.
Philosopher. As soon as you said Sigmund Freud, I was like, alright. Sigmund Freud. If I had known his name, I would have gotten that one. Let's not keep the others waiting. With you here, our entire batch is now accounted for. But wait, just a minute. I'll introduce myself too.
My name is Blaze, and I'm the ultimate teacher.
The ultimate teacher,
As
alright.
you already know.
As you figured out, you've deduced. And there I am. Look at me. Also, once again, if you find yourself, I guess you found yourself in the middle of a classroom. Maybe you take naps in your classroom frequently, in which case the beginning of the game wouldn't be too weird for you. Correction, I didn't know. It was merely an assumption, nothing more. For a teacher to be so careless with their phraseology. I pride myself on not being overly pedantic with my teaching style, thank you very much. Now you lead the way, Sigmund. Oh, I can tell.
What was that supposed to mean?
What was that? Are you assuming things about me again, sir?
Thinking.
But despite this, I can tell you have all the hallmarks of a great leader, including a flexible and open mind. I look forward to working with you for the betterment of our world. Huh.
Again?
What? One more time? Betterment of our... But he had already left the room. He's a weird one, alright. But at least his heart is in the right place. I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. How do you know that? Are you making assumptions too? Jeez Louise, sir. I hope you weren't waiting for long. The wait was neither too long nor too little, but precisely as willed.
Speak to me, O divine eye.
Such is the way of the divine eye. Alright, you guys. now that you've gotten that tidbit of information, go ahead and take your guesses on the ultimate talent here, and I will do much of the same. Alright, so look. This one seems like it should be some sort of easy thing. But if you go back to, like, Danganronpa 2, you would think, alright, Gundam is some sort of freak show, but he's the ultimate breeder. So she's gonna have some sort of talent that doesn't quite fit her. So I'm gonna say that she is the ultimate... I don't know. Should I go for the obvious? There's not even really an obvious with this one. It was one of the harder ones, you guys. I'm gonna go... Ultimate... Let's make her a psychic. I'm going psychic. So it's only you. We're anticipating a larger welcoming party. Nobody knew where you went when you left us behind, Sigmund, so they're off exploring right now. I predict you'll bump into most of them, if not all of them, by walking around. It is... It is as the stars decreed, an inescapable fate. Just like the chance encounter between myself and you, and him.
Thinking.
Now where could he be? Hiding behind my ample figure, perhaps?
What was that supposed to mean?
I'm not hiding, sir. You haven't spoken this whole time. I'm not scaring you all. She seems pleasant. I'm not scaring you, am I? Huh? And you are? Well, now that this music is playing, it's giving me major, like, Phoenix Wright vibes. And you are?
There's no need to worry.
Is this a Phoenix Wright song? I swear I've heard this song before somewhere. This almost sounds like what is Maya Mia Pearl's village's name? Off the top of my head, I think it's Kuran, I don't remember. It sounds like that village theme song, but I could be completely wrong. Let's just keep going. In which case I might call her a spirit medium instead. Let me get a good look first, will ya?
Just as the stars foretold.
Interesting. I'm still sticking with psychic.
I am Eden, the ultimate psychic and budding humanitarian.
That's one, you guys. That's one. I'll take it. Divine Eye kind of gave it away, but I was like, it could be trying to throw us off. But I was like, psychic. Pleased to meet you, Eden.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Look. I don't want to call best girl early, but look. Eden, the ultimate psychic. Absolutely. Best girl. Let's go, Eden. And I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. Psychic, did I hear that right? You certainly did. I'll have you know that I'm a genuine, bona fide psychic. She can't be serious. Oh, I am serious. And did her accent just intensify? It sure did. Was this the person with the accent that you were talking about earlier? And before you say it, I'll have you know I'm not just reading your tells.
Do not assume.
I would prefer not to be likened to a mere 2-bit gambler. Thank you very much. It changed again. Yeah, I know I need to work on it. I only used to do it to entertain the customers, but it's become a bit of a habit. It's a tad sporadic at the mo.
Speak to me, O divine eye.
So you have like 3 different like accents. Jeez Louise, you're terroring on me. Jeez Louise. Time is what I need. But whatever you need it, whatever you need it the most, it's always busy running out. Just how is she doing it? As I As loath as I am to admit it, there are many things about her which defy scientific explanation.
What would Freud say?
Her professed ability to read minds is one of them, as all that malarkey about the stars and the so-called divine eye. Do not question the divine eye, my friend Sigmund. Hey, say what you will about the divine eye.
You know.
But you ain't fooling no one with that woeful looking stick of yours, Sigmund. Got him. As for you, Blaze, I'm sorry about what happened to your pupil and friend. Oh, that's always a pretty crappy thing to have to deal
The
with.
silence intensifies.
And worse still, inevitability has been decreed by the stars themselves. Was there a way for him to live? Always! There's always many different paths. You're asking if there was a universe where his journey didn't end in self-sacrifice. Perhaps. But sometimes, effort merely delays the inevitable. I should know. Had I not been around, the ultimate humanitarian would have died many times over from Ebola. All that effort, and for what? So he could be murdered while playing dress-up. Much was lost that day. He was truly a great man. Aye. Our agency have never been the same since. Agencies. I'm sorry for your loss.
There's no need to worry.
Well, moping around ain't getting us anywhere. Ain't getting us nowhere. You know, you're not that bad. I already told you, Blaze. She's best girl. Eden for life. Let's go. So you really were scared? Couldn't you just find that out by reading my thoughts? It depends. Mix even a drop of hostility into your thoughts and suddenly everything goes kaput. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, we just need to keep her alive so she can read the minds of everyone. But if we have hostility, people who are thinking hostile and that messes up her abilities, that's a saving grace for the writing of this game. I can't just be like, why didn't Eden do this? Quality, good thinking.
The silence intensifies.
Yet, despite my assurances, I'm still banned from every poker tournament that matters. What a shame. Now, Blaze, if you would allow me to pass on some prophetic wisdom.
I call upon the stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Isn't that an ordinary saying? An ordinary saying, but I assure you that it was received as a vision.
Equilibrium draws closer.
It could be a warning for all you know. Besides, judging people by their appearances is bad juju. Not a great way to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend for that matter. Who am I to judge? But of course, you know all about that, right, Sigmund? The ambiguity is noted. But I'll have you know that I'm interested in an altogether different form of experimentation. Man, these two make for an interesting pair. I was like, wow. The first two people we meet, this cast is gonna be wild. This cast is gonna be crazy. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
I offer you my guidance.
Just know that there is little in this world that happens without purpose. You do well to remember that. A valid enough message. Glad we're in agreement. Is there anything else you'd wish for me to divine while we're here? Several things, actually. I'd like to know many of things. Whoa, hold on. I can actually click. Oh, wait, this is great. I wish I would have saved right before this. Getting out of here, about death, a humanitarian psychic. Sure, the last one. A psychic and a humanitarian. Is there a reason you went with that particular combination? Because of the humanitarian person who died, right? You know, I quite liked being an advisor. Holding the power of the stars in your very hands and having it be the real
I
deal.
will do my best to help.
There's nothing more gratifying than using it to change the fortunes of the poor. And given the sorry state of the world empire, these sort of people ain't exactly in short supply.
This is for the best.
It's up to us candidates to change that. The eye would be wasted on divining something so obvious. You're incredible, Eden. I know. She's best girl. I haven't even met anybody else, but she's first girl and best girl. Nobody's changing that. Quote me on it. I'm gonna prove myself wrong, I'm sure. No, not incredible. Just lucky. I look forward to working with you both to make this possible. Likewise. You have my support for your admirable pursuit. Of course, we still have the immediate situation to contend with. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. Well, I'd best not hold either of you any longer. You've only skimmed the very top of the candidacy pool. And I'm very much behind in my own exploration efforts. Farewell. Bye, Eden. I will miss you. I hope you don't die first. I hope that you survive the entire time. And just like that, she dashed off. Eden's really interesting, isn't she, Sigmund? Indeed.
The possibilities are endless.
Precisely the sort of person I'd entrust with the great family of Aid. Was that a compliment? This is the candidate selection process we're talking about. She is in the 50th batch because that's precisely where she deserves to be. Now about earlier, you mentioned a girl. I'd be interested to hear more. Why choose now to raise that topic again? Memory. Huh? Memories are what define us. Without them, an essential ingredient of our characters would be missing. You could always walk around as an entirely different person without realizing. Something about an essential calculus, was it?
Thinking!
Indeed! Yes, the value of retaining even the most innocuous of memories may be far greater than you believe. You don't need to tell me twice, I've played a Danganronpa game or two. Even the smallest clue that we forget about is like, oh, well I guess that was important. Freaking toilet paper. That girl. Am I interrupting something? Huh? You're that new guy, aren't you? Indeed you are. But to wake up so long after everyone else.
Are you part of them?
I don't know. Are we? Who is them? Please go on. I'd like some plot points, thank you. Who's them exactly? Thank you.
This must be the work of my arch nemesis.
Who else but my arch nemesis? I don't really know what you're talking about. You really don't know, huh? Very well, but don't think I'm dropping my guard just because you came to my humble clinic. Alright, you guys. Take your guesses. I think this one, I hope this one is pretty obvious. I hope so. Have you guys made your guesses in the comments? Have you edited your comment or re-commented? Because I have my guess. I have my brilliant guess. Power of deduction is telling me very well. I think it's fairly... Is it fairly obvious? He's kind of looking very doctor-y, you guys. If he's not the ultimate doctor or surgeon. Surgeon, doctor, surgeon, surgeon, doctor, surgeon. We'll just go doctor. Overlaid doctor. Let's hook it up. Let's see who's right, who's wrong. Clinic. Blaze, I advise you to do more than just parrot the person whom you're speaking. Force of habit, okay? That's my teaching style.
Right.
Wait, so you haven't heard of my clinic? Yes? Have you heard of my clinic? What? Could it be... You mean it's burned down? What? What? Yes, I can finally achieve my dream. Whoa, I think you need to relax a little bit. Relax this, calm down that. Honestly, I'm sick of it.
How do you like that?
I'm sick of cutting up people for a living. Oh. What? Don't look at me like that. Next you'll say you've never had the urge to cut someone in your life. I don't think I've ever had that urge. No, never, not, No, not once. I think I have avoided that urge for the majority of my existence.
And why exactly not?
All lies. Lies, I say. They say there's only one cure for all afflictions. Oh no, I knew it.
And that would be a quick consultation with me, the ultimate doctor.
Doctor, that's 2 for 3? I guess we didn't guess Blaze. 2 for 3.
Phoenix is the name. Pleased to meet your unhealthy acquaintance.
Phoenix, right? He's not a doctor. Pleasure to meet you, Phoenix. You have my favorite name so far. Ah, doctor, yep. Called it completely. I never once doubted this.
That only makes sense.
I mean, he did mention a clinic. Pardon? Never mind, thinking out loud. I can take it you're the candidate for the pharmaceuticals and therapy. Absolutely. Rather bizarre name for a great family, if you ask me. I'm sure there's a reason for that.
My arch nemesis.
He
He strikes again.
I say the same thing about the actions of my arch nemesis. That doesn't make it true. May I ask if you were related to the ultimate psychologist in some way?
Medically speaking,
Yep, I was his personal doctor. Used to visit him every Sunday for his weekly checkup. Gave him the best possible treatment food could buy. Yes, okay. I swear it on my crate. Why is everyone talking about crates of hippos? On my mini crates of hippos. Sigmund, does this mean you knew the ultimate mathematician? It seems you too have noticed the pattern. Yes, I knew him. His stewardship of our facility was truly without peer. That was before he joined the 8. Many good people lost their lives when he was convinced to use his knowledge for evil.
How disappointing.
It is always a shame to witness the fall of a brilliant mind. The same goes for your patient, Phoenix. Anyhow, I take it that you are multi-talented. You could say that.
an apple a day keeps the arch nemesis away.
Okay, I believe that, I guess. If I could do everything, if I couldn't do everything, then I wouldn't have received this title. General checkups, anesthesia, open heart surgery, doesn't matter. If it's got anything to do with medicine, I'm your man. Wow, that's pretty amazing. You went from checkups to open heart surgery. That is pretty amazing. You must really love your work. No, he doesn't. He said he didn't. Blaze, you're a terrible professor. You're a terrible teacher. Quite frankly, being a doctor is terrible. I'm regularly confused with serial killers just because I wield knives.
This isn't right.
It's a travesty, I tell you. Ugh, I knew I should have listened to my heart and not my head. Exactly. My steady hands could have been put to so much better use elsewhere. What do you mean? Yes, my one true calling. Baseball?
The allure of the burger.
Usually, you hear about people just, getting their teenage jobs or whatever jobs. You're like, yeah, I could be a doctor one day. This is just a stepping stone. This is just to pay some bills. Never have I heard a doctor who's like, yes, let's get McDonald's as my calling. A place where dreams come true. I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time. No, that's not true. I went for ice cream once. I have not had McDonald's food in a long time, but their ice cream, when the machine works, where that red thing comes, where the red that comes gushing out is the sauce from a burger upon taking a bite. Where the little red cells are ketchup stains, not hemoglobin. Where the people come at you not because they're on the verge of death, but because they wish to fill their bellies.
McDonald's, here I come.
Yes, a most noble profession. I see. And now? I must resort to filling people's bellies in an entirely different way. Something tells me I shouldn't press any further. Press! Press for further details, leave it be, or leave it be but in red. How could I not? How could we not? I should probably leave this be. You decided to leave it be. Good job.
Brilliant contribution.
Okay, Phoenix, it was nice to meet you. Likewise.
The allure of the burger.
Yes, one of these days my clinic will burn down, and the path to McDonald's will shine brighter than the gold of its arches. Alright, well, let's just leave it to him, I guess.
I would not be opposed.
Indeed, there is no dwelling over milk which is long since spilled. Hey, Sigmund, do you mind if I run a few things by you? Yes, please, go right ahead. I'd like to learn more about the candidacy process. Yeah, so this is the first time I've heard of, well, not the first time, I've heard of it all throughout this game. Now, remember would be the more accurate word. Let's start with what you know then. There were 800 of us. I'm glad you knew that, I didn't. 50 batches, with 16 candidates in each, corresponding to the 16 great families. They were ranked in order of assumed proficiency and
That
suitability.
only makes sense.
So, like you said earlier, that would make our branch, the 50th branch, the most likely successors to the World Empire.
Interesting.
Interesting. And you remember how the candidacy system came to be? The Great Ruling War. Can't say I remember. A lot of people lost their lives because of the actions of some of the former great family heads. The entire world was plunged into chaos. But the cause of this is still unknown. In the previous Killing game, it involves these great family heads. Most of them died, and that was a catalyst for the Talent Scouting Program, a system intended to transfer power based on merit rather than heredity. If a teacher is truly only as good as their least capable student,
You have certainly exceeded my expectations.
then that student would be as formidable as they are enlightened. Thank you. It still feels so strange to be complimented by him. It's such a roundabout compliment, my mans. Sigmund? Why, it's you. What? Hello? Was she standing there the whole time? Okay. I dig your bop, though. Who might you be? Hello? You're really reminding me of Kirigiri, even though I know you can't be the ultimate detective. She seems to be in a trance of sorts. I don't know. Alright, you guys, before we get into any dialogue, whom is this? What is her talent? Take your guesses. I'm gonna guess too. She's got, first of all, she's got an amazing coat. Amazing overcoat. I love it to bits. It's fantastic. The music has changed. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it would entail. I haven't the slightest idea. Oof. Alright, if we're going for a random guess, I'm guessing... Give me prosecutor. Are we interrupting something?
Do you hear it?
Not at all. For every god that decrees that I must do this, there are another 5 that would allow me to stop at any time. Who am I, you might be wondering? That too is a sacred question, born of existentialism and easily answered by the myriad of faiths.
Interesting.
I see your devotion is as impeachable as ever. But of course. Alright, I'll be fine with a literal answer if that's okay.
You ask of the name whispered by the Lord to my parents and passed unto me?
Okay, well I guess I might have been wrong.
That would be Levitica. To the humble flock, I am known as the ultimate missionary.
Missionary. Okay. You got me. I was like, you almost have a evil prosecutor vibe from Phoenix, right? Ultimate missionary. I'll take it. I can definitely see that. Missionary? Does anyone here speak normally, for crying out loud? Surely there is but one definition of the word. Oh, how innocent of her. Nothing. Thinking out loud will get me killed one day. You're not wrong. Blaze, what is wrong with you? All you have to do is type little parentheses on each side of your words and boom, they're thoughts. Learn, my boy. So when you say missionary, I presume you mean someone who tries to convert people to Christianity? You are correct, but not just Christianity.
I am but a humble emissary.
It is my divine task to fill the hearts of all non-believers with the faith of any kind. That's also how I earned the moniker, Emissary of All Gods. Guidance, belief, passion, faith. Those are just some of the ideals I wish to disseminate to the entire globe. Just thinking about those ideals fill my heart with indescribable warmth.
How soulless.
I sense, however, that my profession, as I have described, was not the first definition that came to mind for you. No, of course it was! Why not? Damn, she's good. Besides, our age, well, I guess that's fair. People our age are generally content to lower their minds into the gutter, so why shouldn't... Oh, I understand. Yep, okay, my mind was actually not in the gutter. Alright, well, I know where you were going now. Okay, yes. So, why should you be any different? Especially a hollow vessel like yourself, untouched by divine grace. To think all of my fellow candidates would be so unabashedly atheist.
I shall cleanse these impurities.
The gods have... Oh, she's 100% gonna be a killer. The gods have clearly presented me with this challenge, such that I may compel change. Dare I ask how you knew of Blaze's non-religious status? I was under the assumption that both of you just met.
Dear lamb.
It is my duty to know, dear lamb. But on to more pressing matters.
What is this spiritual disturbance?
Are the whispers correct? Did that doctor fellow really say he only works on Sundays? Or that he does work on Sundays? Uh-oh. Yes, what's wrong with that? So she was eavesdropping on us.
Sacrilege!
Uh-oh. He profanes the name of our Lord and Savior. Which one exactly? Just over half of them. Well, okay.
Whispers guide me.
The rest don't care in the slightest. What a delicate balancing act, okay. To be so in tune with the will of the gods.
You have certainly
I
exceeded my
expected no less
expectations.
from the disciple of the ultimate priest. Indeed, there was no other person as devout as he was in our holy order. It's such a shame what happened to him. It was certainly a cruel way to go.
I cannot agree.
That parasite was an evil sent by the Antichrist themselves. Like a wolf released in the dead of night, it slaughtered the sheep in a cowardly attack, befitting of such devil spawn. And yet, if I recall, the ultimate priest was rather insistent that the Antichrist was a certain tyrant. And perhaps he was. Nobody knew the power of tyranny more than he did.
Oh, soft chiming.
And even I can see that the true Antichrist would not have died so easily. Dear lamb, I have but one question. Why have the colors of your clothes not changed? I'm sorry, what? Yes, excuse me, I'm sorry, what?
Whispers guide me.
When I talk to people, it's routine for their For their clothing to change colors? What? Then they start listening more eagerly to my interpretation of the Gospels. After which they are promptly inducted into the religious flocks that I currently numbering billions. It is a tiresome task, as even though we are many in number, there remain many who would foolishly forsake such guidance. This is why a failsafe was devised. So why? Why is it not working? As impressive as that sounds, it seems highly implausible. A lot of people say the same of religion itself. You know, that is a quality response. Before their clothing changes color.
I am but a humble emissary.
Oh, I see how it is. You wish to make fun of me, do you? No, I wasn't laughing. Perhaps suggest that I can also heal cripples by waving a stick and making a soft chiming noise. Or that I spend my days conveying relics to monasteries of the Holy Order. How oddly specific. Well, that would be correct. Both of those form part of my expansive collection of solemn duties. However, in order to heal cripples, I need an actual staff to wave around.
I cannot agree.
Unfortunately, I did not have the foresight to take it with me. I shan't have my eyes closed to the Lord when I did. And now here I am, lost in limbo, staffless, and making a mockery of my divine position. It's only natural to forget things, though. Surely, even someone touched by divine grace could make such mistakes. And perhaps you are correct. However, I do not wish to make excuses for my own inadequacies. To squander so much divine energy is an unforgivable act. To abandon my staff. I shan't have had my eyes closed to the Lord when I did. You just said that! Maybe I should try and take her mind off of things. Shame. God's plan. What about Sigmund's staff, yes? Check it out. Couldn't you borrow Sigmund's?
How illogical.
Don't be ridiculous, that's impossible. Sigmund's possession, it is just a stick. What? What do you mean, just a stick? It even has an orb attached to it! It is more than a mere stick! Of all things you could have said in my defense.
Why am I not surprised?
That's what you go with? Hey, it would have convinced me. If you were done with your little squabble, the orb's design may be impressive, but its cloudiness betrays the state of the owner's mind. Like all minds that have yet to be touched by divine grace. Regardless of your views, though, I do hope we can learn to cooperate with each other. This would, of course, be expedited by a swift conversion to any religion of your choice. Except the Church of Levitating... The Church of the Levitating Meatball Monster.
Do you hear it?
Not an ounce of divine energy to be found betwixt in its balls, I assure you. Right. We started backing away. We're coming close to the end of the corridor. Perhaps the rest of the candidates are through here. Let's find out. Change of scenery. Blaze. Bonk.
Don't mind me.
My apologies, I didn't mean to go at you so fast. Hunt. Pardon? Hunt, that's my name. Well, now that we have Hunt's name, what is his talent, you guys? I will also make a guess. Go ahead and make your edits right now. Go ahead. I see a bunch of, there's a gold chain. He's got scars on his arms and face. Rip sleeves. I really haven't the slightest. He's the big man, so he's gonna die in chapter 4. I don't know, the chain reminds me a lot of Nekamaru. Could he be taking inspiration from the Ultimate Team Manager? I don't know. Those look like they might be animal scars, so let's say animal handler. That's what I'm going with. Stuck out his hand, which you shook gingerly. Just don't do that again. There's only one of me after all. The one, the only.
For the revolution!
The ultimate Hunt! Oh, I almost thought he was bad-mouthing me for a sec. The ultimate Hunt?
Something's not right about this.
Are you saying that's your name? Ultimate Hunt! Yes.
Please, allow me to formally introduce myself, comrade.
Okay.
My name is Personal Trainer, and I am the Ultimate Hunt.
Your name is... No, stop that. No, stop. That's incorrect. No, that's backwards. That sounded even more wrong. Okay, he sounds like a bit of a hunt, so I'll assume that's his name.
What's going on?
What are you? He leaned in so close that you could feel his breath against your skin. Now, as punishment for walking into me like a common cur...
Let's see some push-ups.
Drop down and give me 20. What? I said drop down and give me 20. All right, can you have change for a 50? Let's continue. That's an order, comrade. Comrade? What's up with the weird salute he gave me?
Let us delay no more.
You too, comrade thinker. It would be impertinent to saddle a comrade with all the work.
My sincerest apologies.
My apologies. But if you have a request that doesn't involve physical labor, I'd be interested. Labor, you say? I like it. Especially if you take out the U. Wait, what? Come again?
Fabulous work, comrade.
Yes. To know that I am a member of the Labor Party. Okay. Clearly you are a notch above the rest of these lowly cretins. Ha 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 ha. He must be the candidate for Labor. Let me guess, you were acquainted with the Ultimate Tyrant?
With vigor.
Yes, of course. Many a great nation has fallen before the tyrannical fury of the mighty dictator. I was at his side the whole time.
For the Great British Empire.
He even made me the head of all operations in the Great British Empire, the place of our central command post. That was really a thing? Also this music. Come to think of it, are you British? Your accent makes it, was British always so this?
Please.
No, I am not British. I understand the accent doesn't exactly help, but it was the Ultimate Tyrant himself who took quite a liking to Britain. Why, one of our grandest buildings is right there in the heartland. You should drop by sometime and I'll show you around.
For the revolution.
The views are fabulous.
Oh, poppycock.
But it seems that neither of you have the qualities we're looking for in a slave. Oh my gosh. And what qualities would those be? A slave we've only just met.
Preposterous.
You're an insubordinate lout who can't even do 20 push-ups for starters. Why, it's as if you've never served a day of military service in your life. Well, I haven't though.
That only makes sense.
I was designated to the classroom, so that's where I ended up instead. Insubordination, classrooms, and a country without compulsory military service. No compulsory
What rubbish.
service. Don't tell me. You were acquainted with the late Ultimate Puzzler. Yes, I was his teacher. What?
Preposterous.
Preposterous! You look to be about the same age. Where I come from, something like age doesn't really matter. If you have the skills to do something such as teaching, they wouldn't mind. Oh, they wouldn't even mind letting a 5-year-old teach a classroom full of adults. The memories. Interesting.
Interesting.
I was under the impression that the world empire's individual, sovereign states, had more uniformly identical systems. Yes, our uniforms were indeed identical. Don't think that's what he meant.
How foolish.
Not what I meant. As were our systems of physical labor. Capability over age, and from each according to their own. I'm also surprised you were able to point out the puzzler's age similarity. I was often told that he looked considerably younger than me. And still am.
How revolutionary.
Well, they say we in the Labor Party are great at sizing people up. It helps to be able to identify our own premium quality slave.
Silence, slave.
But enough of this tosh, have you no shame? Excuse me? Who do you think you are? Teaching your protege, that ultimate puzzler, to disobey direct orders from our supreme leader? He did it all of his own accord.
What rubbish.
Rubbish. Are you saying that we should learn... Are you saying we learn nothing from our teachers? That's fair. A large part of me exists by the benevolence of our supreme leader. Yet, he wasn't that convincing.
That only makes sense.
Literally everyone refused to be a slave, so you can't just blame my pupil.
Allow me to retract my statement.
Indeed, you are correct. Perhaps I spoke out of turn.
Let us delay no more.
I shall make amends by providing you with an ongoing supply of teen biscuits once we get out of here. Cheers! I just had some tea. I will take some more, don't mind if I do. Top me off, my gentleman. No, that's no, what are you doing, Blaze? You get that tea. Wasn't that big of a deal. I thought of tea and biscuits on a Friday morning, though. The appeal is certainly there. Exactly, my mans. You just missed an opportunity. He said ongoing. That means going onward. Not a big deal.
Preposterous.
Preposterous. Neither is enslaving entire countries, but those tribunals make a big deal of it all the time.
Just you watch.
No, I don't know about that one. How about this? Ask me anything. Anything. Yes, anything. What's your talent? It's the personal trainer. Do we go the birds and the bees? I think we do. Let's do it. Mine's in the gutter, am I right? About the birds and the bees. Are you messing with me?
Silence, slave.
There's no way you don't already know that at your age, and I'm the ultimate teacher. I also can't believe I'm actually asking this. Well, that's the power of the players. Sucks to suck. And you're a teacher, for crying out loud.
I asked a question.
Yes, and a teacher always expects their questions to be answered.
What would Freud say?
Well, I see you're already playing the teacher card. Why, you sneaky little blighter. Okay, listen up, slave. When two people love each other very much, they engage in this ritual called... You find yourself leaning forward in anticipation. Biscuits and chill. Biscuits and chill? You wouldn't understand. It's a British thing. Sigmund also does not understand. Is it really?
How foolish.
That sounds positively ridiculous.
Just you watch.
Oh. But people often say the same thing about my... Maybe a story for another time. My own teacher used to say that you can learn a lot from people by asking them stupid questions. It seems, in this case, he was both right and so very wrong. Well, I think that's enough excitement for all of us. I must continue the recruitment drive post-haste.
For the great British Empire.
By Jove, I will be successful in at least once today, or my name isn't Rommel. It isn't it? I thought it was Hunt. He stomped off in a huff before you could say anything. Your name isn't Rommel, though.
How
okay.
enlightening.
Hunt certainly is an interesting fellow. Everyone's been a pretty interesting fellow or fella so far. Nobody's beaten Eden, though, let's be honest. Eden's the best. I think all the candidates are, yes. I feel positively normal in comparison, and that's saying something. A reasonable observation given the circumstances. However, it is important to see normality for what it is.
This is but a social construct.
A mere construct firmly rooted in the company you keep. That is fair. I was gonna say, normality is just a social construct. Yeah, but... Jeez. What the hell is wrong with you scrubs? Huh? Who's calling me a scrub? You sounded like you were arguing. And at times like that, there's only one solution. We must all band together. And surrender at 20. Alright, well you guys, who is this? What is their ultimate talent? Go ahead and make your guesses in the comments. I see, once again, a very fantastic attire. Red and blue eyes, reminding me of like 3D glasses, so haven't the slightest myself. I don't know why, but it's just reminding me of like Buzz Lightyear, the color scheme, and it's gonna make me say Ultimate Astronaut, even though I'm near positive it's not Ultimate Astronaut. I'm like 100% sure it's not Ultimate Astronaut, but I'm still gonna say Ultimate Astronaut. We got Kaito Jr. I'm saying it.
Just kidding.
Okay, you should have seen the look on your faces. He feels almost like a combination of Kaito and Kokichi now. A fine hello to you too.
Something's not right about this.
You look familiar. Have I met you before? Props. But since you don't seem sure, I'm left with no choice.
Allow me to show you pure greatness in human form.
Alright.
My name is Z, and I'm the ultimate esports gamer.
Alright, I would have never guessed that one. Looking at your attire, maybe I should have guessed that one. But you know what? Alright. Nice to meet you, Zeke, the ultimate esports gamer.
Pleased to beat you. Just kidding.
Oh gosh. Oh no, Zeke. Oh boy. Hi Zeke, I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. Teacher, you say?
So much hard CC.
You mean the people who always try and confiscate my laptop in class? My sworn enemies? Well, maybe you shouldn't be playing video games in class?
What a scrub.
Boo. What a killjoy. I bet you're just like the rest of them. In his defense, he's an ultimate. And you don't become an ultimate by being just an ordinary run-of-the-mill scholar, or in your case, gamer. I presume the same would apply to a person in the position of the ultimate teacher.
Wow.
True. I guess it's fun trying to team fight while also dodging the teacher's... really? The teacher's skill shots IRL? Oh boy, Zeke. Oh boy. It's just another challenge, really. Every day there's someone new trying to unseat me for my #1 spot. You know, salt's kinda like fingerprints.
Let me pretend I
The
understand.
texture's different for every person, but something like that.
I see.
So, you're some bigwig in the esports scene. If by bigwig you mean everyone's heard of me and wants me to sign their meme-o hat, then sure. And before you ask, they respect me because I don't follow
Ugh, so passive.
the meta. His body visibly shuddered as the word passed through his lips. Right. I take it you're related to,
That only makes sense.
the comedian? He was in entertainment too, if I'm not mistaken.
What an unbelievable 200 IQ strat.
200 IQ. I tried to not laugh at that, but I was like, I say that sometimes. I hope you didn't strain your mental facilities too hard there, old man. Old man? I'm young. Well, but you're right. Everyone knew us as titans in the entertainment industry, with me as a great leader and him as a great feed...
Something's not right about this.
Hold on, but wasn't he the great family leader? Kick. Who said anything about a great family?
Why am I not surprised?
He's got you there. I don't need the running commentary, thank you very much, Sigmund. But see, yeah, speaking of great families, now you stand to succeed him as the head of entertainment itself. He must have been close to you, right? Pardon me for saying so, but you don't seem at all that torn up over his death.
Wow, that's old.
I've already had plenty of time to mourn, honest. Besides, people who are trash at video games are a dime a dozen. Wow. Just kidding. I'm beginning to see why gamers have such a bad rep. You said you're a teacher, am I right? Then, would you mind if I quizzed you on something? Just for you, Blaze. I've already asked Mr. Edgy Sticklord his questions. Indeed you have. Don't like the sound of this. Go ahead.
That deserves a nerf.
Make sure you think long and hard about this. If you answer wrong, I might have to kill you, welp. Just kidding. Maybe. In a video game, what is the most important thing a player must do? Avoid tilting your teammates, destroy the enemy base, or throw yourself on the enemy team. You don't Leroy Jenkins, not that last one. Destroy the enemy base. Yeah, that is the objective. Avoid tilting your teammates. Probably. It's a team game. Enemy base, tilting teammates. Enemy base, don't tilt your teammates. Avoid tilting your teammates? Wow, a legit response. Maybe you're not senile yet. Wow. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm your age. I play video games too. And there we have it. The reason why your response is wrong. What? That doesn't make any sense.
What a questionable play.
Avoid tilting your teammates? How boring. Everyone knows that games are so much more exciting where your team is tilted off the face of the planet. Admittedly, it is pretty hilarious. How can you talk? You're 0-10-0, they'd say. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. 0 kills, 10 deaths, no assist. Hehehe. Take it you thrive off of challenges. Ha! A gamer cannot call themselves a gamer unless they go all in for the challenge. A situation where your own team hates you is even more than the enemy. When you're team fighting at half their power, I live to turn those situations around. And it works after all. I haven't lost a competitive match in 10 years, jeez Louise.
Yep.
Or was it 15? Anyway, I'm done talking. My brain cells need time to respawn after that. And no,
Okay, thanks.
I'm not kidding. And just like that, you found yourself alone with Sigmund once more. You were smiling, weren't you? Me? Why would I have been smiling? Perhaps Zeke's obstructive nature reminded you of the classroom. If you don't mind me asking, what was your student like exactly? That ultimate puzzler of yours? I don't feel like journeying your way to the answer. That's fair.
The possibilities are endless.
There are some questions that can only be answered by inquiry. An inflexible mythology is never something to be celebrated. I don't remember much about him. About the specific experiences we shared. But I do remember the raw pain. The feeling of complete emptiness that followed his death. It seems the bond you shared was very powerful indeed. The brain never forgets, Blaze. Not truly. That is just one of the many marvels revolving around the human condition. Who are you? Where did you just come from? Excuse me, is something the matter? Or why are you just walking up to us? We don't know who you are. I noticed you were both talking, so I simply bided my time.
How predictable.
Congratulations on meeting that group weirdo, though. Okay, at least you didn't call me the weirdo. Is he really the group weirdo? Is he? I don't know if he's the weirdest one. I don't think he is the weirdest one. There's a lot of weird candidates here. I think he is close to normal? No. If we are taking the social construct of normality and applying it to our group, he is one of the more normal ones. Now, what is this person? What is their ultimate talent? Whom are you? Take your guesses. Take your guesses in the comments. I haven't been wrong. I haven't been right since like the first two, so she's got a lot of bows on the bottom of her dress there. She's got a little tie, which is pretty neat. I'm gonna go maid, because I've seen a lot of maids and butlers recently. So I'm gonna lock in for maid, no second guessing. Let's just go for it. Blaze. You're about to meet one of the first people to awaken after the kidnapping incident.
How enlightening.
They say the experience changed her forever. Uh-oh. I see you've retained your penchant? It's not pronounced penchant. I see you've retained your penchant for melodrama, Sigmund. The scouting program could not have rounded up a more peculiar assortment of ultimates for their batch. The precise constitution of peculiar is a matter on which learned minds may differ.
Thinking.
Considering your accomplishments, I trust that you understand the premise of such subjectivity. But of course.
Such finesse.
You certainly have a way with your words, Sigmund. And that's notwithstanding your impeccable timing. I have the perfect fate lined up for your companion there. One that, I'm sorry, what? One that you've served up to me on a silver platter. He shall be my next victim. I don't like all of these things that you're saying. You're like the second person in a row who's threatened to like murder me, so please elaborate.
What was that supposed to mean?
Is this some kind of joke? Please go on.
What a typical dumbbell.
Spoken like a true dumbbell. Someone like me wouldn't make that type of pointless joke. Now let's see, will you be stolen from, or made into the victim of an indecent exposure? And if so, would it be from a man or a woman? Perhaps both. Or perhaps a crowd of men and women, with you as the only witness. What? Huh?
Oh, how impertinent of me.
Yes, who are you?
Contextualization was never my forte, you see.
No, yes, please. Oh, go on.
My name is Florence. I'm the ultimate crime fiction novelist.
Would have never guessed. But now it makes a little bit more sense. And I feel like you're gonna survive most of the way. I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. Wait, the Florence? I think I've heard of you.
How impressive.
I'm glad my reputation seems to be preceding of me.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
a mistake.
It's a shame none of your novels were selected for the standardized English syllabus. Tell me, Blaze, why do we read? Are we not driven by a desire to delve into fantastical situations, to jump into worlds quite unlike our own?
What a ridiculous custom.
Why would anyone write about something so droll that it fails to plumb the depths of fiction? You seem to be preaching to the choir, Florence. I'm simply making my case.
This is an insult.
Now you are already you're already providing one of those faces like, oh yes, I committed murder. Those buffoons at the board wouldn't know the true art if it rifled loudly through their pockets. Now remind me, to whom does the board answer?
That only makes sense.
That of education.
Call it a hunch,
Precisely.
if you will.
I'll be counting on you when we succeed, Blaze. To offer a reasonable choice between murder and crime so heinous, your spine will literally tingle while you're reading about them. Even still, I think it'll be hard to match the underlying appeal of a good murder mystery.
How petty.
Such a narrow worldview. It reminds me a lot of the Ultimate Writer. He doesn't understand either, yet we corresponded nevertheless. Fancy having a pen pal this day and age. He was never really a fan of murder mysteries, but the murders he wrote about still fascinated me.
Such finesse.
And of course his stories were quite intriguing too. Take 69 Shades of Grey for instance. Oh boy. Excellent novel. The audiobook was even better. I think I caught a few of the older students in my class reading it when it got released. They got quite a, For your sake, I hope they didn't leave a mess. I hope so too. It's always fascinating to track the movement of the societal tolerance.
What would Freud say?
Why, only mere decades ago, such a novel would have violated every conceivable norm. And yet it remains the first of its kind to enjoy such immense success. A popular story driven by novelty, my dear. For instance, consider the realm of murder mystery.
How predictable.
With the legalization of murder... What? That's something we can't gloss over in this one. This is okay. It was only inevitable that the domestic sales for murder mysteries would plummet dramatically. Oh. It just hit me.
A brilliant contribution.
Is that why you don't focus on murder mysteries? Blaze, Blaze, Blaze. You're only now connecting the dots. Granted, it's not the only reason, but it is certainly an operant one.
Something's not right about this.
But to a foreigner like me, the thought of your next-door neighbor suddenly deciding to kill you with zero consequences. I see why you are unaware of its conditional nature. Guns and other weapons of range are strictly prohibited. And of course, the would-be killer must register for a permit, after which many rounds of mandatory counseling take place.
What a novel idea.
You'd be surprised how remarkably this works. Only the lowest of the low get punished, society is cleaned up, and our homicide rate is the jewel of the world. Okay! Fancy this, getting rid of the human filth that would otherwise be unpunished.
How enlightening.
Perhaps a similar approach is warranted in the intellectual world. Please, no, no. I should probably steer the conversation away from this topic. Which one is Zeke? Zeke is the gamer. You're not planning to kill me, are you? No? What did you write about now? How do you feel about Zeke? What do you think about Zeke? You seem to have already taken an interest in him. People like him are annoying.
How tiresome.
I wish they'd just die. You can't honestly mean that. I'm half joking, of course. Half. She has a weird idea of what counts as a joke. Just while we're discussing esports, did you know that there's almost no online toxicity in my country? Do I want to call BS? I'm gonna object to that. I'm gonna say that that's improbable. Oh? Yes, nobody insulting each other's mothers, calling each other slow cigarettes or bundles of sticks. Nothing. You see, whenever you speak or write your name, a photo, and GPS coordinate are pinged out to every member of your team.
Such finesse.
Oh. Oh. It's a responsibility mechanism that ensures that everyone stands by what they say. Wow. What happened to privacy in this day and age? I should also mention that the picture comes enclosed with an x-ray that lists any pre-existing medical conditions that the person may have. Okay, that might be taking it a little bit too far. Yeah, I might agree with that one.
What a novel
I agree
idea.
that the first part was taking it too far. Besides, even if you ignore the counseling requirements, there are other mechanisms in place to protect those who may be classified as the ideal victim. Morality even in an openly murderous society, huh? Interesting. So it's an openly murderous society that she lives in, not our area. I take it you play video games then. Can't get enough of them.
Video games.
Video games. The writing of a novel is not the only way one can lose themselves to tapping of keys. What's your specialty? I have a particular fondness for the cyborg class, though I dabble with ninjas on the side. Anything that makes judicious use of throwing weapons will do. I usually play anything in the support category. I prefer to sit back and observe.
How delightfully murderous.
Unsurprising, you are a teacher after all. What does that have to do with anything? Teachers are support. Teachers are really the support class. But what if there was a hybrid class that had both preferences? Can you imagine the possibilities? Don't be ridiculous.
How unrefined.
There is no such thing as a cyborg ninja. Just you wait. Anyhow, I prefer to be left alone for now. Okay. Crime fiction novelist, and just like that, she turned her back to us and walked away. We're getting a lot of world building. And this has been a long recording so far. Hopefully I don't have to split this one up. Just like that, she turned her back to us and walked away. Legalized murder, huh?
Thinking.
Certainly a novel concept in more ways than one. Yes, but it's hard to believe that there are countries out there that would actually allow that. Let us pursue that thought at a different time.
My logic is infallible.
It would be rude to keep a gentleman waiting. Is someone else here? What gentleman? Smash. Uh-oh. Who do we have here? Oh, I only have 5 save files. That sucks. I'm sorry. Blaze? How on earth is your situational awareness so poor? Sigmund's right. This is my fault. So there's no need to apologize. Dash. I like that name. How gracious of you, good sir. I can tell that you are a respectable fellow. His tone is remarkably formal. I should take the initiative. Hi, I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher, and you are?
Please call me Dash, sir.
Please call me Dash, sir.
I'm the ultimate barista, and I live to spread the joy of coffee.
I did not make a guess, but that would not have been my guess. Hopefully you guys took initiative and guessed that one, because I did not. Would have never guessed barista. I also like how they turned the D sideways and made it into a coffee cup. That's very, very clever. You're surprisingly normal, Dash. You are the most... This man's might have the award for freaking most normal human being we've met so far. Let's find out if anything goes drastically differently. I shall take that as a compliment.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for your feedback, sir.
Interesting.
You have a peculiar definition of the word normal, Blaze. This is pretty normal.
Don't you start.
I heard that. I mean no ill will, of course. As long as Sir is being honest. I've had my fair share of customers whose very nature changed within the span of minutes. In my compatriot's case, it is how his life was forfeited. Changing nature. Oh. You were acquainted with the baker.
Very good, sir.
Yes, indeed I was. Together we ran the most successful cafe in the world. He baked the food, I handled the beverages. As a duo, we were truly unstoppable. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. A truly cruel and unusual death. Really? Oh my gosh. Crucifixion and slow muscular paralysis. Ugh. Ugh. You needn't have said that. Yeah. The image of my compatriot's corpse will haunt me until my dying days. I believe such a change of subject is in order. Here you stand, the most likely successor to a great house.
The possibilities
You
are
must be
endless.
remarkably accomplished. However, I thought the great family controlled food. I thought his great family controlled food. Isn't your talent exclusive to beverages? For all intents and purposes, anything that provides nutritional oh really? Is considered food. That is how the great family's founding doctrine goes anyways. That isn't to say I'm not also a decent chef. You're dying first, my boy. It's a shame. You're gonna cook fantastic food for us, and then you are going to die. That is how the story goes, I'm sorry.
I trust that this is satisfactory.
It was merely the case with my beverages. It was merely the case that my beverages were especially renowned. My dear business partner used to speak highly of my coffee to his family. Just thinking about the golden days of our business makes me nostalgic.
Much appreciated.
It was always an honor to work with someone who shared my interest in coffee. So the two of you were coffee addicts. How fortunate for him. Considering what happened to him, I would respectfully disagree, sir. Without any access to coffee, his final days would have been excruciatingly poor for the poor. Oh no. What's happening? I'm sorry, but it appears to be wearing off. What is? The freaking coffee! What else? Alright, well, he's sleeping with his eyes. Okay, that's terrifying.
Just like a crate of hippos.
The subject appears to be incapacitated. You know what to do, Blaze. Huh? Leave him be, poke him, slap him. We should leave him be, right? We should leave him be. Blaze, what kind of weak slap do you have? I cannot believe you. Again? Oi! Fuck off. You hesitate, but only for a second. Slap again. Seconds later, you hear him start mumbling something in his sleep. You lean in. Come any closer and you can say goodbye to all 10 of your fingers. Oh my god. Maybe we should have left him be, but now we know how insane he is. You abruptly jerk back. What is this uncomfortable feeling? Hey, it's Sigmund. Is something wrong? Wordlessly, you follow his gaze. Alright, make your guesses, everybody. We're not gonna forget this time. Look. I'm going prosecutor again. I don't... It's just a suit. It's a suit. This feels very official. She's either a business person or there's gotta be a legal counsel, right? There's gotta be a legal house, right? So I'm gonna go prosecutor. Prosecutor, final answer. Locking it in. She looks well dressed. Hi there, I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. I am
Groot.
She just say Groot. All right, nice to meet you. What? Look, trolling's only effective when it's never been done before. The one you call the ultimate troll wasn't lying. He was Groot. I am Groot. We are Groot. Not to mention, isn't Groot a male name?
Hey!
Did you just assume my gender? Yes. Wait. No. I mean... Oh my gosh. Snickering while keeping a perfectly straight face. Yep, they're definitely acquainted. Okay, what's your real name? My real name? That would be... No. No, you're not gonna catch me on that one. I'd learned that in, like, elementary school, you savage. Try spelling it aloud, preferably like an old lady. No thanks. You stop changing her name!
The time has come to reveal my true form.
Okay.
To a select few, I am known as Virginia, the humble ultimate secretary.
Secretary, okay.
But to even more people, I am known as... Oh, but now is not the time for that.
I'm sorry, what? I'd like to know. So you're Virginia, the ultimate secretary. Well, Virginia is certainly more normal than Groot. A secretary, huh? If I recall correctly, the ultimate troll's great family was in charge of planning and organizing. What is your relationship to this Groot person, anyway? I'm his lover. No, you're not. That obvious. The slight smirk gave it away.
I'll add it to the file.
Ah, so your eyes aren't like that because of blindness. I do not have empty eyes. Yes, I'm not his lover. I guess the actual term would be cousin. I am Groot's cousin. No smirk this time. But why does it sound like you just decided on that on the spot?
Interesting.
Perfect. We've got a sharp one here. Sigmund, surely you have something to say here.
What flawed logic.
No, I think I've said plenty. But you haven't said anything. He meant from before.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sigmund? One day we're gonna have to learn to work together for the good of the world. That's all that should matter. How understanding of you. Now, as for you, Blaze. Which appointment did you book? Was it the 3 o'clock one? Okay, I'll humor her for a bit. It's 4 o'clock. Actually, it was a 4 o'clock one.
How unexpected.
Really? But we don't take appointments at 4 o'clock anymore, sir. Did you not get the notice?
Sorry, we don't accept
returns. I sent it straight
returns.
to your junk folder. You did what now? Why don't you take appointments at 4 o'clock? That's when the ultimate troll conducts maintenance on his sizable umbrella collection. And just like his umbrellas, the ideal 4 o'clock appointment is also...
Groot.
A troll in design.
I see.
Well, it's clear to see the trolling runs in your family. I'm glad to hear it. No, really, I'm very glad.
The office is now closed.
On behalf of the family, I wish you a very Groot day. Can you believe it, Sigmund? The world's planning organization, the world's planning and organization handled by a family of trolls. Sigmund. My faith in the scouting regime is absolute. That bad, huh? Okay, deep breaths. You can do it. Camera's rolling. And start. Huh? A girl stood in front of us, a welcoming expression on her face. Oh, it's you. You, there! Who is it? Make your guesses, because I have my guess already, simply because of the dialogue we just had. Well, it could have gone either way. I'm gonna go Ultimate Actress, but we already have an Entertainment District. Ultimate Actress. I almost wanted to do Ultimate Director, but I'm gonna do Ultimate Actress. Actress. Everyone locked in? Everyone locked in, let's do it. No, not you, him. What's your opinion on the new trade deal? Is it really the worst deal in the history of trade deals? An interview, huh? Oh, she might be the ultimate news reporter. Oh no, I made a mistake. Which one exactly? The one proposed by the esteemed Baron von Orange, of course. Well, it's not really a big deal where I come from, so... Not a big deal, you say? Thanks for your input. That's not what I meant. She turned abruptly.
This just in.
We have breaking news. A reporter gets accosted in the streets and narrowly escapes with her life. Tune in at 6:30 for all the juicy details. Also coming up, that washed-up teachers have to... Oh, wow. What washed-up teachers have to say about the new trade deal. How did you know I was the ultimate teacher already? You won't believe what happens next. Alright. Whew. That voice, how did she... Hey, I'm not washed up. Then I'm not a reporter. The rival news stations will rejoice to hear. Washed up or not, you're still the ultimate teacher. Does that say something about the quality of teaching nowadays, or does it speak to the depths of your talent? I, for one, am interested to know.
This just in.
No need to look at me like that. It's my job to listen and observe, Blaze. But apologies for that. Your answer wasn't really interesting, so I had to improvise.
This will be the best, believe me.
Thanks for your understanding. The audience will love it. Blaze is still speechless.
Ah, how rude of me not to introduce myself.
Thank you.
To the viewers, I am known as Elisa Cassidy, the ultimate journalist.
Ultimate journalist. I heard action. Wrong way of thinking. I did not mean to click save, but I'll click save again. Sure, why not?
This bulletin is being reported to you live from PIKIS, the home of quality journalism you can trust.
Thanks. Eliza? I didn't. I see you haven't shed your surname. Or your attitude. No. It's just I use that one for reporting. My real surname was nothing quite so grand. Eliza is my real name though, so feel free to call me that, so everyone does shed their surname for some reason. Or anything, really. All good journalists can dish it and take it.
Comes with the turf.
Just like a crate of hippos.
What is up with these crates of hippos? What is this new world? I don't know why I didn't just connect like 2 and 2. It is a new world order. Danganronpa, a new world order. Under ordinary circumstances, this would be quite admirable. Whatever do you mean?
Thinking.
Oh, don't mind me. Come on. Even if what I report wasn't 100% accurate, a little bit of slander never hurt anyone. That's not true. I would respectfully disagree. I can see the doubt oozing out of your eyes. What if I were to tell you that I've never once failed to uncover the truth in some way, shape, or form? But is it still the truth if you embellish it?
And cut!
Careful, Sigmund. It seems you have a challenger for your title. And I invite more people to do so.
How enlightening.
Let it not be said, that I would turn down a healthy intellectual discussion. No thank you, but I do appreciate you, Sigmund. You're really still one of my favorites. Unless you Nagito on me. Do you know what makes the difference between a good and an excellent journalist? It's not the ability to uncover the truth, but rather the ability to get people talking about it. Okay. I think I can actually agree with that one. Anybody can say the truth, but not everyone is equipped to report on it. And I suppose therein lies the secret to your success. I sense you are worried.
Have your people talk to my people.
But fret not. No harm comes from reporting to anyone who doesn't already deserve it. It could have been worse. I'm sure pervert doesn't sound quite as good as washed up. I guess so. Well, I'm certainly no pervert either. Oh please, what teenager isn't a pervert? I don't have the energy to argue that point. Besides, do you really think the ultimate journalist? Do you really think I'd be the ultimate journalist if I kept getting called out for reporting false stories? Like I said, I value the truth above all else, coupled with my ability to present it.
We're airing this uncut.
Everything else is merely secondary. All this talk about reporting the facts. Are you the candidate for history?
Excuse me?
Please don't compare me to that guy. Full lethality to this. Objection that. He's a sort of interview subject that needs subtitles even if he's speaking in English. So you've already met. Oh, you'll meet him soon too if you haven't already. Very loud, loves to point fingers. Reminds me of my ex. Okay? Okay. From what I know, the Ultimate Chameleon was an acquaintance of hers. The Ultimate Chameleon, okay.
My logic is infallible.
Following on from the trends, I think it's safe to say that she is now positioned to succeed him, not the historian. Oh, wasn't that the guy who died during a game of cards? That's the one. I wish I was there to report it in person. I'm sure he would have liked it. Oh.
This just in.
Only because he was a terrific informant. His talent made him completely indispensable. Oh, you're... Blaze, I believe it would be prudent to change the topic. Agreed. Time to track down the loudmouth. Let's track down the loudmouth. Time to go track down a loudmouth.
This just in.
This just in. Masochist publicly reveals himself. Huh? I just told you that he's a real thorn of a person to be around. So how do you respond? Better go find him. I must say I share this sentiment. Yes.
I wonder what the audience.
But for you, it's not as surprising. That's fair. I'd say that this is more curiosity than masochism. And the line between the two is fine indeed.
This bulletin was brought to you live.
I shall leave you two to your proclivities. We parted ways. Alright, time to go find that person.
The possibilities are
Such
endless.
Enthusiasm. Hey Sigmund. What do you think of her, of the surname rule? Thank you. I presume you're bringing this up because of our conversation with Eliza, yes? Yes, I am. It's not exactly a small sacrifice, is it?
Something's not right about this.
I mean, our surnames are a part of who we are. But the reasoning for it is sound. By becoming world leaders, we can no longer tie ourselves down to just one family, to one single family.
My logic is infallible.
Instead, we are rising to the station of a great family head. A family not driven by biological relationship, but by a desire to shape the world. You're right, of course. Okay. I appreciate that reasoning. I mean, it's not like we're prohibited from interacting with our families. So I keep telling myself that my surname no longer matters and that it was nothing significant. But even still, if it's a familial bond you wish to maintain in name, I do believe our given names already say plenty about us. Sigmund's an interesting name. Were you named after Freud, the famous psychologist? I'd like to think so. Honestly, I don't know what possessed my parents to name me as thus.
This is but a social construct.
Names are but a social construct. Some may identify with it, but by the end of the day, it is simply another convenient string of letters. None of what he's saying is technically wrong, which is how I feel about pretty much everything he says. But I don't think I could look at the world in such an over-rational lens, no. Anyway. I believe I know the individual to whom Eliza was referring. Time to see if the hypothesis rings true. Remember, this is just out of curiosity, not masochism.
Why am I not
Oh,
surprised?
please. There is no need to maintain that facade with me. No, it was just curiosity, I promise you.
Don't mind me.
Who says it's a facade? Uh-oh. Well, I think this is the ultimate historian, you guys. I'm pretty sure. Aha! Volunteers! Well, without a doubt, you guys, this man has got a history to him, don't you think? Don't you think? Loud? Check. Volunteers for what? I was wondering, do you wanna... Yes? Build up...
That is the opinion of the law.
Contract? Do you want to build a contract? What kind of contract? A contract. It's official. Half the people here are clinically insane. Blaze, you're not wrong. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a contract. Oh my gosh. Do you want to build a contract? It doesn't have to be a contract. Any legal relationship will do. Why, if you leave your door unlocked, I would be delighted to rob you, slip on the stairs while making my escape, then sue you for my injuries. See, now it's just all of the Frozen songs are in my head. This man's just like, do you want to build a X, Y, and Z? And then now we're leaving our door open, love is an open door? You're actually gonna say I'm a freaking fixer-upper. You too, Sigmund.
Do you consent to these terms?
Don't think I've forgotten about you. Well, it seems my hypothesis was correct, not my hypnosis. Brain, please.
How objectionable.
Okay. What if I were to guarantee that I would win? No win or your money back. My 100% win rate surely helps my claim look a little more convincing, yes?
I will have order.
That and my platinum trophy. But we're the ones getting sued. How is his guaranteed win supposed to reassure us? Why must they always plead the fifth?
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me.
You're here to laugh at Pierce, the magnificent bumbling lawyer?
Oh, he's the... There's been so many ultimate lawyers recently.
Well, are you?
I'll just calmly accept that as his introduction. Pierce, the ultimate lawyer. Okay. No matter.
Initiating Mein Kampf test.
Your true intentions will be made clear enough once I run the Mein Kampf test on you. All will be laid bare. Bare, you dirty individual, how could you? Hey, Sigmund, why didn't you... Blaze, it is not my place to make judgments about a person I barely even know. I'm surprised he was able to say that with a straight face.
Hold it right there.
I'm right here, Anyway, I take it that you're the candidate for the chosen to be to succeed the ultimate historian. So he's not the ultimate historian himself, he's succeeding the ultimate historian, who's probably dead. Who is most likely dead? Who is dead, let's be honest. Aha! Eager to change the topic, are you? Very well, I'll humor you, but only because it was a great guess. Yes, you thought the history successor would be someone who directly studies history, but instead it is I, the ultimate lawyer. I thought no such thing. Oh, you didn't? My bad. Besides, the connection isn't too hard to make.
That only makes sense.
Lawyers rely heavily on precedent and existing regulations to make their case, both of which are forms of history. So someone who understands me. This cannot be. Why, it's as if you're a fully functioning human being. Yes, I feel like I'm the only one here, because everyone else here is nuts. literally insane! What is this new world order? Am I, though?
Objection!
Says every robot ever. Don't think this will make me drop my guard around you. You just call me a robot? Still, I will treasure this moment along with the time I went full lethality as a mere. Okay, jeez Louise. Don't mention it in front of a certain someone with shades. She looked like she wanted to kick me when I spoke those words. Full lethality. Tick. And a person with shades. Why am I hesitating? Yes, full lethality. It's a term exclusive to my agency, a very successful agency. I feel sorry for the people he sued. Full lethality is a style of advocacy where the lawyer throws caution to the wind. You sound very Phoenix Wright right now, and I appreciate that. In short, the lawyer seeks to present an immaculate case that perfectly represents our client's claims. Well, that does not sound like Phoenix Wright. That man walks into the court case and he's like, let me toss my chances to the wind. Hope for the best. Isn't that all cases done by a competent lawyer, though? Well, I guess Phoenix isn't a competent lawyer. Ah, but there is one subtle difference. Full lethality is an exclusively attack-based method. As the lawyer has invested so heavily in creating a strong argument, there is simply no other resources left to dedicate to defense. Even the smallest hole could kill your entire case. Jeez Louise. What is wrong with you, sir? Pierce. I think you and I are going to get along just nicely. If you say so.
That is the opinion of the
law.
Yes,
in the courtroom, words can easily be as strong as any bullet or blade. Truth bullets? Are you telling me truth bullets or swords of hope? Question mark. I wonder how a courtroom would compare to a classroom. I'm sure each has its ups and downs. What did we say this time? So do either of you have any questions you'd like to ask me at this stage? Sigmund? All yours. Okay, Blaze, you've got to say something right about now. Mein Kampf test. Okay, Blaze, you gotta say something right about now. Guess I gotta say something right about now! Something right about now. Could it be? Are your circuits frying? No, I just accidentally blurted something that I was thinking by mistake.
Please add that to the record.
Amazing. This machine is almost more than human. Almost more human than human. That's because I am human. I am not a robot. Where did you get this idea from? And realistic, raw human emotion too. Your creator must have been a very gifted person. Yes, I'll be sure to pass that on to my parents, who are both scientists, no doubt. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. Yeah, you're not gonna get through to any of these folks. They're all insane. The silent treatment, eh? Perfect. This will make the test much easier, really. You were still doing the Mein Kampf
test.
Involuntary dilations of the iris. Fluctuations in the pupil positioning as the eye moves within its socket. That's because I'm rolling my eyes. And flexible eye movements too. You must be an exceptionally advanced model. Your humanity earns a passing grade. Okay, for the last time... Wait, really? Okay, I take that back. A human definitely wouldn't have reacted with such uncertainty regarding their own humanity. Yeah, why did we react like that? I blame you. Anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'll see you later. Be gone. Can't remember the last time a lie physically hurt me like that. Blaze, your inner thoughts are great. Hope you didn't notice how quickly I was speaking.
Objection!
Uh-oh. This man has a great objection pose. This man knows how it's done. Yikes. Though yes, that's a good sound. Soon. The next time you see me will be very soon. Yes, of course, that's what I meant. Ugh. Let's just keep looking around. You'll hear no complaints from me. Alright, well, let's go. Alright, you have a nice little wave of red in your hair. I do like your hair a lot. Distance between the points, approximately 33.7 meters, give or take a tenth of a meter. Estimated time of arrival, assuming a running start. Please be normal. Please, please be normal. Please. Hello? A person stood in front of us, earplugs plugged in, and mumbling underneath his breath. However, travel in that route is an imperfect line, recalculating. I notice you are still in possession of your phone. Have you tried calling for help? I wanted to ask this earlier, but you disappeared before I had the chance. I wonder if he heard you. The music's playing so loudly that even I can hear it.
What a waste of time.
Already tried, the signal's dead.
How disappointing.
What a Herculean shame. Not really. I still have my music, that's all I need for my calculations. A person of simple delights, I see.
Just leave me alone.
I didn't come here to take value judgments from unqualified personnel. None of us came here on our own volition. Assuming you were also abducted. I was. So that means we're going to have to work together. Share information, discuss things as a group, you know.
It only makes sense.
This manner of contribution should be encouraged if we want to survive, not saying that our lives are in danger, or that people before us have experienced a killing game, you know, and we know about it. Not that that's gonna happen to us. Couldn't be. My.
What a pleasant surprise.
Was that the teacher side of you starting to pull through? He's still not opening up. I know. Are those some anime soundtracks I hear? They might be.
So what?
So what if they are? Just making an observation, I'm not trying to be judgmental. So far, so good. Good to hear. How does he hear?
Calculating the most efficient outcome.
You have anything important to say, or can I go back to enjoying the peace? The peace. At that value. You really sound like a teacher right now. At that volume? Give me your confiscate his headphones. Confiscate them. I don't think this would qualify as important, but I was wondering if we could introduce ourselves. Sounds inefficient. I'm out. Excuse me?
What a waste of time.
Introducing each other is a waste of energy. For all we know, the kidnappers could have brought us to this place in order to slowly starve us to death. We're both going to need all the energy we can get if that's the case. Alright, that's a fair point, but his approach seems rather unhelpful. Besides, at times like this, how can I be sure that you are really who you say you are? You are a complete stranger, and you could even be one of the kidnappers. Same goes for you, Sigmund. I see you've been listening. Why wouldn't I be? Well, trust is too loosely given nowadays. Just look at what happened to the ultimate nomad, Hull. His problem was that he was too trusting of others. Not a care in the world, and the results spoke for themselves. But he lived. Wait, what?
What do you want?
Is this your idea of a joke, or did I mishear? No, why would I joke about something like that? He survived the killing game. It can't be. How did you not know this? Every quantifiable element was pointing towards his imminent death. I presume you didn't watch it as it was being aired. No, I did not. I just knew him. There are some whose dispositions leave them exceptionally vulnerable in life or death situations. He was one such person. Understandable, you thought he was doomed to die and that's why you didn't watch. Tell me this. If you had the choice to watch your best friend get brutally murdered and be powerless to stop it, would you take it? Yeah, no, nope, I'm gonna go hard pass. If I would, that's... He makes a good point. He does seem like the most regular person here. But I don't regret watching. I saw that he wasn't helpless. His death had a purpose which every viewer could see. I'm honestly quite surprised. If you didn't know that the Nomad was alive, wouldn't that mean that he hasn't been in contact with you since you left?
Data.
It's complicated. Alright. He was always on the move, and we would regularly drop out of contact while growing up. But our friendship is true. I'm sure he will reach out to me eventually, when the time is right, unless you die here. Moreover, the World Empire has been busy overseeing the handover of power from the old ruling families. I cannot imagine he would have much free time.
Calculating the most efficient outcome.
You said you wanted an introduction, yes? Will that get you off of my back? Sure, yes! I'd like to talk to you more. You seem like the most normal person here. Upon hearing my response, he immediately stuck out a hand for me to shake.
Magnus is the name. Efficiency is the game.
We have not guessed his ultimate talent, you guys. Caught myself. Let me know. Who do you think he is? Very efficient. Does a lot of calculations. He's got, like, scrolls in his pocket. I'm gonna go ultimate map maker. That's my guess. Cartographer? Is that the term? Cartographer is a map maker? I only know that because of freaking Minecraft, actually. Jeez Louise. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go cartographer.
I'm known as the ultimate navigator.
Navigator! Close enough. I was like, if it's cartographer, I'ma just... it would have been a glorious day. Navigator. Okay. He was doing calculations with, like, distances, so I was like... Yeah. And I'm Blaze, I'm known as the ultimate teacher. So you're a navigator, like the sort of person directing a ship or a plane? Among other things, yes. I'm known far and wide for my ability to calculate the most efficient route to take between two given points, while accounting for all known obstacles. By all measurements, I'm a great guide. However, he lowered his voice.
Data.
I can't give your life such a sense of direction. So I would appreciate it if you don't bother me with your insecurities. That sounded very well rehearsed. Oh, I try not to. I guess he's the ultimate navigator. He's probably gotten questions like that before. Good. Is there anything else? Or will that be all? That'll be all. You're fine. You're the most normal and I don't want to bother you. That will be... Without waiting to listen to my whole reply, he took off at an incredible speed. He turned around, his legs still continuing to carry him away.
Okay.
Just remember,
listen closely.
There is nothing more reliable than yourself. And if you ever want to know the most efficient route for traveling somewhere, you will let me know, will you? Otherwise, I'd love it if we didn't waste time. Okay. He's a tough nut to crack, alright? Tough but sincere. Just don't go saying it to his face.
What's going on?
Something the matter, Sigmund. To think one of us would refuse to partake in the spectacle of viewership. It is as he said, not everyone could have watched that killing game with a sense of detachment. To see the leaders of the World Empire reduced in such a way. And yet, I am left wanting. Why did I watch with such keen fascination? Perhaps I had long since disassociated that man that was, from the man that once had been. The man that was? The ultimate psychiatrist, the man that I knew. He died long before the killing game began. Even if the version of him in that killing game evoked a sense of familiarity, it was but a ghostly apparition. Perhaps the ultimate puzzler was the only person whose actions could be lauded for staying out of that sordid affair. Uh-oh. What an idiot. Excuse me? A shovel is a shovel. A spade is a hole. It is definitely from the original trilogy from Phoenix Wright. It is 100% an Ace Attorney song. I keep almost... Because this is not the village song. Ugh. It'll come to me. A shovel is a shovel, a spade is a spade.
How meaningless.
And an idiot is an idiot. That's gonna be my motto. A shovel is a shovel, a spade is a spade, and an idiot is an idiot. And I'm calling you out. Is that your motto? What's it to ya? I guess it doesn't matter. What's up with this girl? I see you the same as ever. Typical. Being an idiot is bad enough, but trying to hide it? Unforgivable. Are you talking to me? Are you an idiot? I'd like to think not. And then there's people whose behinds are useful only for warming the top of a fence. Fence sitters. It means I hate fence sitters. Why not just say that to begin with? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you were acquainted with the ultimate shooter. You're just begging to get shot, aren't you? So, am I right? Or not? Seriously, is it even possible for a single person to radiate so much negative energy?
What a joke.
You have to embrace the power of positivity. You have no business talking about him. For people like you, I feel nothing but contempt. Is there anything she doesn't hate?
How meaningless.
I take it you'd like me to introduce myself. Word around the school is that there's a kid in a sweater who's trying to get to know everyone and won't take no for an answer. What? Word traveled fast! Along with crazy Socrates. Alright, well, half of that, you know, half of that's true. Crazy Socrates? So I went from being old to just a kid. Let me guess, you hate kids too. Actually, no, I love kids. Well, color me surprised! But knowing what they'll become, it's just too much. So she doesn't hate me, she just called me a kid after all.
Idiot.
But I hate people who make idiotic assumptions, so now I don't know what to think about you.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Okay.
I'm Mona, but if you're like everyone else, I'll be the ultimate weapons master to you.
Okay, Mona, the
Well,
ultimate weapons master.
Not very impressive, is it?
Ultimate weapons master seems pretty impressive, I won't lie. That's all of the weapons. That's all of them female. I think I've heard of you. You're well known in these psychology circles, really.
How enlightening!
Even today, I continue to marvel at the complexities of the human mind. Say again? You might as well hear it from me before that idiot starts embellishing it. I have two separate personalities. One for the day and one for the night. And the two personalities just happen to complement each other to near perfection.
The possibilities are endless.
Effectively granting her the combined talents of two people. Interesting.
So what?
I thought I warned you not to embellish it. I received no such illicit warning, I'm afraid. Besides, as candidates, it is essential that we reach a mutual understanding. He's really playing with fire. She is the ultimate weapon specialist.
What a joke.
The me you see now is an expert with weaponry. I can master practically any weapon just by looking at it.
A brilliant contribution.
That's very impressive. Don't tell me she also hates receiving praise?
How meaningless.
But that is just the current me. The one that comes out at night dabbles in inventing. Her tolerance for... Oh, that's hilarious. Much higher. So she can handle idiots, that's fine. Whatever reason she may have for that escapes me. And what of your relationship to the ultimate shooter? The ultimate shooter? Hold on. You mean you're not gonna keep badgering me about my condition? No. Why would I care? No? Why would I do that? Right then.
This was an exception.
The ultimate shooter. He was no idiot. Neither am I. Did you see me not bother you just now? Yeah, exactly. Please, be normal. We had something of a rivalry going. By day, we were on the range, competing marksman to markswoman, okay. And by night, I'd be supplying him with new equipment, so that he could remain the worthy rival that he was. I was never able to beat him in a straight rifle shooting competition. And he never wronged me, not even once. Such a person is 1 in a billion. Do you share memories? Why the anger? I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss.
What a pointless lie.
Someone like you couldn't possibly understand. How do you know? I lost one of my students, thank you very much. I suggest you don't even bother trying. Actually, I know how it feels to lose someone you care about. I think it's something the 3 of us all share. I think I'll leave it to you. Think I'll leave you to it. Sigmund? Let's go. Sorry to take up your... Is this Iris's theme? Is it? It might be. I get chills from this song a little bit, so... It might be freaking... Might be Iris's theme. I think it actually is Iris's theme. Feeling the weight of my impending doom on your shoulders, you decide... Wait, the impending doom on your shoulders, you decide to power walk yourselves to safety. Mona seems a bit reserved. Such a fascinating psychological anomaly.
What would Freud say?
To think her condition would actually serve to accentuate her talents. Yeah, seriously. Clack. Really, Blaze, again.
Don't mind me.
Hi, sorry about that. No need to be alarmed, this is what I wanted. After observing your movement patterns, I positioned myself so that we could make physical contact, thus initiating conversation. It appears my estimations were correct. This voice, it's... Alright, Lady Kibo. Slowly, you began to take in... Okay, well, first of all, make your guesses, everybody. I'm gonna go Ultimate Cyborg immediately, because we can't have another Ultimate Robot. She's gotta be part human. I believe it. You begin to take in the features of this strange figure standing before you. You're...
A robot? That is an accurate description.
Well, okay.
I am model M11. Primary designation Y. Sub-designation U.
You have a short
please
name?
Call me Miyu.
Okay.
I hope we can learn to get along.
Hello, Miyu. You're adorable. No ultimate talent. It's just... Well, I guess we were all wrong. Wow. I had precisely the same reaction myself. What a marvel of engineering.
Possibilities are endless.
To think that robots truly do walk among us. I've always wanted to meet a robot. And you're... so adorable. This strange sensation. You are too kind. Dare I ask if you are male or female? Blaze. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Though I am modeled to have a feminine appearance, I do not identify with either sex. You may call me he or she.
If you would allow me to interject.
However, please do not call me it. Okay. So robots are really sensitive. Okay. There is also no need to spare my feelings by pretending I am not a robot.
I'm glad of this outcome.
I have already made peace with that fact. There's someone who's been doing that? Scanning.
Presenting logic.
That is correct. A boy with a loud voice. He mentioned something about... Oh, right, of course. About me passing the quote-unquote Mein Kampf test. I am 100% certain that you are human, he added soon thereafter. Either he is being really polite or there's something seriously wrong with that test. So, Miyu, do you know why you were here? Are you a part of the candidate pool after applying as a successor to the World Empire? Scanning. Sorry, there is insufficient data to fulfill your information retrieval request. It seems that I have nothing in my memory bank originating before today. That's strange. That's odd. I'ma keep eyes on you. Okay. And yet here she is. This can't just be a coincidence. Affirmative. Why am I here? That I do not know. I already sense a feeling of general distrust towards me, but I assure you,
If you would allow me to interject.
I am just as uniformed as the rest of you about this situation. I have nothing to do with it. So your claims are thus. You are not a world candidate. And you are also not a compliance in our kidnappings.
Affirmative.
That is correct. That invariably leads to more questions. And it also seems that you are unable to assert your innocence with complete certainty. That is a fair observation. All I know is my programming. And on that matter, it is modeled after a shared learning program. It is through interaction that I get the data needed to improve myself. Therefore, is there anything you wish to ask me? Something that falls outside of the scope of memory. Do you have any talents? What do you think of everyone here? Let's tell a knock-knock joke, why not? We should ask about talents, but knock-knock joke. Knock-knock.
Logical error detected.
Are you okay? You're supposed to say who's there. But why? A door or similar obstruction does not exist between us. Further, both of us have facial recognition capacity needed to identify the other. Please just say it.
Updating existing data.
Accessing free will drive, overriding logical cognition. Who's there? This is my favorite. She's the most normal. She's gonna die. Arlene, please don't. Don't. Let's not lose the robot girl. Opportunity. But opportunity does not have a physical form. No, opportunity knocks. Oh, this is a terrible knock-knock joke. Blaze, you didn't have a better one? You didn't have a better one than this? First of all, I know you guys have been telling me all of the things, all of the talents, but I'm gonna need you guys to put your best knock-knock jokes in the comment too. Best knock-knock jokes in the comments, because this one is gonna be bad. Moreover, is your name not Blaze? My sound detection system has my sound detection system been compromised? Okay, I think I'll stop here. Just remember though, opportunity doesn't knock twice. I think I understand the joke.
Bookmarking for future reference.
Nice one. Opportunity doesn't... Did he just say knock? Or did he say knock knock? Because if he just said knock once... If he just said knock once, then that's actually a pretty good joke. And I'll take it back. She made a sound that vaguely resembles laughter. Opportunity can indeed come more than once. So, 2. Say it doesn't... Wait. So to say it doesn't is funny. Yes. Well, it was worth a shot. A robot, huh? And she's not a candidate like the rest of us are. I wonder what her purpose is. For now, though, there is no point in letting yourself be preoccupied with those thoughts. You're nearly done meeting your colleagues in leadership. Only 2 to go. We are almost done. Jeez. Oh, look at you! You have nice shades. Weren't we supposed to be worried about someone with shades? Maybe not. That girl. Is she an acquaintance of yours?
That only makes sense.
No doubt about it. She's the one. I thought the robot girl was the one. Jeez Louise. Come again? The girl I saw at the graveyard. Oh. Ah, right. Her name. Natalia? Blazy-kun? Oh, gosh. Ohio! What are you doing here? Blazy-kun? It makes me sound like some kind of pocket monster. What are you doing sleeping on the floor? I almost didn't notice you.
I'm sorry for that. Seriously.
I was feeling a bit tired, so I decided to place myself under arrest. Yeah. I'm gonna let that one slide. My ears, they bleed. Haha. Never underestimate the value of a good afternoon nap. Especially if you have to guess her talent. I'm gonna go agent. I'm gonna go ultimate agent solely because of the suit. She could be a detective though. I'm gonna go agent. No second guessing. You guys make your guesses. Who's Natalia? Agent. She's a bad agent though, because she's always sleeping. Especially if you don't take one. Variety is the spice of life. You should try it sometime. It tastes great in an omelet. Okay. Alright, okay. Right. Lazy-kun, the empty-eyed look doesn't really suit you.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I know. Why don't we break the ice with a psych eval? A man has his back turned to you and you have a knife in your hand. Would you stab him?
What was that supposed to mean?
What kind of question is that? No, of course not. Of course I wouldn't, exactly. Sigmund? I think I'll let you take this one, Blaze.
Thinking.
I'm interested to know the results too.
大丈夫?
Well, that was easy peasy, wasn't it? Now, how about if the man had just finished robbing your house? My answer's the same, yeah. I'd drop the knife and walk away. I don't know about that one. I'd fight him. I wouldn't stab him, though.
That's new.
Interesting, but why? Because it wouldn't be right. No, he'd... okay. And I trust the law enforcement family to catch the culprit later. You do? And Natalia. We've met before, haven't we? At a graveyard, a memorial to mourn the victims from the last killing game. It was a short meeting, but most impressions are formed within minutes, if not seconds, of meeting someone. And I distinctly remember thinking that I could trust you. Well, you're one heck of a thinker, all right. That little monologue of yours could have given Sigmund a run for his money. Something about light, existence, and that little friend of yours. I'm sorry to the both of you. Most of us weren't lucky enough to have a loved one survive that killing game.
How illogical.
Yes. Why apologize for something you bear no responsibility for? True enough. And Blaze, is your memory still hazy? How did you figure?
I will rehabilitate you.
You forgot to call me Netchan like you promised. That doesn't sound like something I'd promise. Then you clearly don't know yourself well enough. Natalia, allow me to clarify something. Were you really sleeping from the time we dispersed earlier? Hi? It was a deliberate choice for someone who didn't wish to be disturbed.
Leave it to me.
Did you know you can trick the human mind into perceiving a person, not their identity, if you position yourself a certain way? So that's why. I see. Am I missing something here? I'm missing something here.
That only makes sense.
Besides, being short must have helped you. Must have helped quite a bit. Oh crap! Slip of the tongue. That's your first strike, Blaze. 3 strikes and you're out. She's actually angry. Okay, we just made her upset. I don't know how to feel about that. Anyway, what brings you here, Blazy?
That's
Kidnappers? This hardly seems like the sort of place you'd go to in your spare time. Well, long story short, I was kidnapped shortly after leaving the memorial by a bunch of men in masks. Why are you here then?
Okay, stay calm.
Speaking from experience, that sounds painful. Experience? That's all I know for now, though.
Huh?
Blaze appears to be suffering from some sort of traumatic memory loss. I see. Well, it could have been worse. At least I didn't have my memories taken from me. You're such an optimist. I knew it from the moment you offered your help to me. The world needs more people like you. It was probably nothing. I hate to break it to you, but the mere fact that you are regaining some of your memories...
What flawed logic.
...does little to dispel the possibility of a more sinister form of memory. Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
Again?
Come again. But the results are yet inconclusive, of course. So you say you were kidnapped? And you too, Sigmund. Unfortunately so. These facts don't seem to deviate too strongly from the experiences of everyone else here.
Let's investigate.
It appears we were all kidnapped, with some contextual variations in the methodology. Oh? For instance, Wait, it might be easier if I recreate the scene. What are you? Uh-oh. Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me, sir, but what seems to be the problem? Sir, you are driving over the speed limit 100 kilometers per hour over, to be precise. Intoxicated, perhaps? Please blow into this breathalyzer. Please do not be offended that I use kilometers instead of miles. Everyone knows that kilometers are the superior unit of measurement. Hard agree. And this is coming from the United States Aviator. Please, let's all convert to the metric system. Jeez Louise. Sir?
What now?
So what happened next?
Jeez!
Oh, he blew all right. The back of my head, that is. Oh. Okay, wait, that came out wrong. That's strike one for you. Strike one for you. Or was it a Freudian slip? I plead the fifth, and yeah, that about does it. Wait, so they got you to come to them by speeding. Yep, that's actually really clever. It's like no one can take a joke anymore. Knocking a young lady out because of her superior taste in measurement units?
Sheesh!
Is that what they teach you at kidnapper school nowadays? They were probably going to knock you out anyway. Blazy, Blazy, I know how much force is needed to knock someone out.
That's new.
That was more than excessive. Okay, point taken. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that he didn't say a word, and then he knocked me unconscious from behind. So she was silent because she was trying to reenact her own unconsciousness. The music was also massively inappropriate.
Nani?
Music? Nani? Oh gosh. What music? Nothing. Oh, I understand. We're breaking fourth walls. Thankfully, they knocked me unconscious while I was still grinning.
I will rehabilitate you.
I hope it gave them nightmares.
Let's see.
These are, there are two very interesting details about your story just then. Only two. Two main ones, Sigmund. Oh, do tell.
Leave it to me.
I love hearing Sugoi observations. First of all, there must have been at least 2 kidnappers. Sugoi observations? Ha! It would have been possible to strike the back of my head if they were right in front of me now. I really shouldn't have tried so hard to make that play on words. Again, I don't think you were knocked out because of your jokes. Well, only because of your jokes anyway. And also, the kidnappers are clearly confident that we won't be able to escape from wherever they've taken us. Oh?
Listen closely, everyone.
You were holding proof of it earlier. The nightstick. They didn't take it from you while you were unconscious. That shows a high degree of confidence.
That's new.
That's quite the analytical mind you have there, Ablaze-kun. Now I'm ablaze. I'm ablaze. I'm equally impressed. That was a very good observation, actually. I can see how information processing capabilities would be useful as a teacher. Hi! That glowing brain is sure to come in handy. I don't think my brain is all that. It's pretty good. You got a pretty good brain. You are the most normal person here. And it's always let me down whenever I really needed it. The human mind works in mysterious ways. For now, the similarities don't just end with us getting kidnapped. As you may know, we're all members of the 50th batch of applicants. Well, almost all of us. But not Miyu? Correct. Out of our entire motley crew. Gosh, stop this. She's the sole anomaly. Interesting. So, including Miyu, the kidnappers managed to capture the entire 50th branch and gather them together in one place. That's honestly incredible, if not insane. But why? What could be their purpose for this? Just thinking of the resources this would take up is making my head spin. I take it from your response that you too are a member of the 50th branch.
Never give up.
Not that I'm surprised. Any old baka can see this. Can they though?
As logic dictates.
I already got him caught up to speed with this. As I was saying earlier, the addition of Blaze means that everyone from our batch is accounted for. All 16 of us Ultimates, all 16. So are there 17 people here? How would something like this even be possible? The sheer logistics would be insane. Now for the next observation. Each of us is closely related to one of the participants in the original Killing game, namely the ultimate formerly in control of the house that each of us applied for, which would provide the appearance of nepotism. But for the stringent anti-corporation measures imposed by the system, or corruption measures, sorry, hi! An incredible coincidence, or perhaps a sign of something bigger, who knows?
Leave it to me.
I even took the liberty of doing some Segoi cross-referencing between the other 49 branches before we got here, geez Louise. None of them have a full 16 participants with pre-existing relationships.
Jeez.
Of course, I'd have already known about our batch's differences if we were actually permitted to do research on our own branch, so we can't do that.
Where's the logic in this?
What an unduly restrictive rule. Segoi cross-referencing? But enough of all this seriousness. It's polluting the air more powerful than even the scent of bitter gourd. You don't like bitter gourd? Nope, especially when it's Senpai that's preparing it. Who's Senpai? The silly baka.
Leave it to me.
Now, please allow me the pleasure of formally introducing myself, citizen. But I already know you. Oh, I don't think you do. Anyway.
My name is Natalia, little sister to the ultimate detective.
Ah, so I was close. You're the little sister to the ultimate detective.
But I'm better known as the ultimate warden.
Warden. Oh. Oh my. Okay, we met the ultimate warden. That was not my guess. Wait. You're the ultimate warden? As in, head officer of a prison.
Huh?
What? What did you expect me to be? A detective. The ultimate... Oh my gosh. Stop this. Moe-kun? Weeb? Kawaii desu? Is it bad if I say yes to all three? That's strike two, Blaze. I'm thinking out loud again. Don't be stupid. What sort of abilities would those have? The talent system is already flawed enough as it is. Huh?
Sheesh.
Besides, the baton should have made it obvious, you baka. Honestly, I knew I was wrong when she pulled the baton out. When she pulled the nightstick out, I was like, well, she's not a detective. But you could have been, cosplaying? Is that strike two? You know I still have my handcuffs with me, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
That was a mistake.
Yep, nope, sorry. Okay, we're good. Sorry, my bad. You don't think I have the right figure or temperament to be a warden, do you? As a warden, the well-being and rehabilitation of my inmates are my main concern. Despite what popular culture might tell you, you don't rehabilitate by walking around and looking intimidating.
Leave it to me.
Therapy is far more effective, so I encourage my prisoners to think of me as a friend of sorts. As a result, I'm proud to declare that the recidivism among my prisoners are the lowest in the world. Really? Okay. I know I should be proud of this yet. As a warden, it pains me to see so many countries persist with ineffective crime prevention methods. The general public are vengeful beasts, Blazy, and they are great in numbers. When I listen to her speak, it becomes almost infinitely harder to doubt her resolve. Her presence right now, it's nothing short of overpowering. You're incredible.
Don't say that!
You can't just... How about you? What's your talent? Ultimate psychiatrist, the ultimate wearer of thick clothing in summer. Oh, we're about to get roasted on for our freaking sweater all this time, aren't we? Hey. I make a joke. Yes, how rude of me not to introduce myself to you. I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. The ultimate puzzler was my pupil. Child prodigy and classroom extraordinaire. A considerable majority of his students routinely find themselves catapulting into the upper echelons of society. You'd be amazing at the sort of stuff the great family of law enforcement keeps on file. Not just the great family of law enforcement, mind you.
I'm sorry for that.
Ah, Goman,
Seriously.
I just wanted to say that. I was actually quoting from the newspaper article. Hold on, were you researching me? You're not allowed to do that, woman. Jeez Louise, you said it yourself. Hey, Lazy, don't let your puzzler friend down, okay. Okay, I keep forgetting that you're actually an incredibly great human being. He might have been a great family head, but he clearly looked up to you. Yeah. So make sure that you not only succeed him,
Never give up.
but you also do him proud. That's something I can get behind. That's the spirit. Speaking candidate to candidate, I do hope we can also get along. You'll do your best to take over the Puzzler-kun's great family, and I'll grab the mantle from my useless Oni-chan. Seriously, when he's not supervising the transfer of power, he just sits around all day.
Sheesh.
How could anyone live like that? It's worse than being a prisoner. Anyway, sorry to keep you both. Now, if you'll pardon me, pardon? Law. I'm sorry. I've got a school to investigate. Sayonara, Blazy-kun, Sigmund-kun. Bye, Natalia. We didn't get to ask her a question? That sucks. Well, that was interesting. Natalia, the ultimate warden. Not to mention the odds of us bumping into each other on the way here.
How enlightening!
A heartwarming reunion for the ages. Yet one can't help but feel there is more to her than meets the eye.
That only makes sense.
Well, if she's hiding something, I'm sure there's a good reason for it. She doesn't seem to be the sort of person to do anything without a clear purpose. You should be careful with that line of thinking, Blaze, especially in a freaking killing game. While it is correct that most impressions take mere seconds to form, the trustworthiness of those impressions is another matter entirely. Especially given our circumstances. For now, there is one more person left to find.
As logic dictates.
Let us make haste. Wait, we've already met you. Ah, Grace, I almost didn't see you there. It's like you were hiding. Shh. Quieten down. Wait, quieten down, will you? Okay. Oh? Sorry about that, Grace! Virginia? She turned around. Yes. Thanks for the assist. That's a group to you. Try not to have too much fun. Thanks, Virginia. She bounced away, hands tucked behind her head. Grace was it? Nice to meet you. I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. You can come out now. We know you're in there. Damn it. You both watched as the girl slowly crawled out of the vent where she had been hiding, tucked away into a corner of the gym. Her voice, it apparently had strange lyrical quality to it. You're both very observant, aren't you?
Are my parents here?
It reminds me of my parents. A shudder ran through her whole body as she said that word.
What's going on?
What's wrong with your parents? I'm amazed her dress is spotless after staying in that vent so long. What's wrong? More like...
I shall take you on.
What isn't wrong? I was hoping she'd say, what's right? Every day I lived with them was a struggle against machines gods themselves. We fought many fierce battles, waged many wars, while I was locked away in a room without food or water. And the only way to escape?
I will not falter.
Hack the RSA encoded lock without the private key. Now, I actually have a general idea of what it takes to do that, and hoo boy, if she did that, then she's definitely the ultimate, probably cryptologist. You guys take a guess? She looks like a figure skater of sorts, but I'm gonna stick to, I don't know if she actually did that. No, I'm gonna go figure skater, I'm sorry. Can't stray away from that outfit. What? My parents didn't understand that programming was my true calling. Oh, I made a mistake. I used to argue with them constantly about it. Sometimes I'd be a bit rough in what I say and get sent to my bed without supper. Her eyes lit up.
Gracefully.
But I would always find a way to get fed. The lock to my room was programmed shut, but with programming there was always a way. A certain pianist taught me that a long time ago. Kaede. If the process of elimination wasn't enough already. About that, what was your connection to the ultimate pianist exactly? That's an easy one. We met on Tinderbox, the app which matches you up with complete strangers. Interesting for a friendly chat. One thing led to another, and we ended up agreeing to mentor each other.
Interesting.
Ah, mentorship. Certainly one of the more underrated mutual agreements.
I agree.
I know, right? To think we live right down the street from each other. He taught me all he knew about programming and the piano. In exchange, I helped him perfect his ice skating technique.
Gracefully.
He's well on his way to becoming a world-famous singer like me. I can feel it. That's one heck of a street that a pianist lives on.
See.
So you're the ultimate singer. Or, skater? Ding ding ding.
Yes, you were correct the first time.
You were correct the first time. Oh, you're the ultimate
person
singer.
Standing before you is the one and only Grace. The ultimate singer with the god's voice.
Her voice had a lyrical quality to it, and I was like, no, I'm going skater.
Or something like that.
Nice to meet you, Grace. Ultimate singer. Jeez Louise. We didn't do too well this time. You guys might have done exceptionally well, but I didn't. How impressive, a skater and a singer in one.
The god's voice disagrees.
It's not as magnificent as it sounds. One day I just happened to try skating and singing at the same time. And it's been my go-to ever since. It's not really that difficult, but it adds a lot to the production values. That sounds wonderful. You're clearly very talented. This is so overwhelming. I'm just a teacher. I made it to the end, and still You look unwell. Here, try this for size.
Let's do it together.
It's a breathing routine I always fall back on when I'm feeling stressed. You take a breather with Grace, and somehow you feel significantly better. Amazing.
Brilliant contribution.
Thank you so much, Grace. Not a problem. We'll be working together now, you and I.
In the name of a better future.
Neither of us would benefit if you were to die prematurely from stress. And I can tell you're a good person. You really should take better care of him, Sigmund. I see you somehow caught my name.
Just like a crate of hippos.
I'm sure Blaze is more than capable of taking care of himself, just like a crate of hippos.
I can't accept this.
Sigmund, that's a very unhelpful mindset. Like my parents when they found out about my god's voice. By being its holder, my dreams of programming success were basically dead in the water. More a curse than a blessing. I knew I should have resisted the urge to sing in the shower. But thanks to that discovery, you now seem to be in a rather inevitable position.
It's the truth, though.
Inviable, I believe. I just read inevitable. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Sometimes it's not about ourselves. This system affects the entire world. I know I should feel grateful, but not everyone is like me. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be such a downer. Grace, no matter what your doubts are about the system, don't ever undervalue yourself or your talent. They're a part of who you are. Given that you are already the ultimate singer, dare I ask why you're so fascinated with programming? I mean, singing is great and all, but programming is where it's really at. Finding practical and convenient solutions to difficult problems? Nothing can beat the feeling when you get your fingers when your fingers run around the keyboard, inputting line of code after line of code. I tried telling that to my parents over and over, but they just wouldn't listen. Focus on what you're good at. Your voice is all that you need. Stop playing video games or I'll unplug the router. Wow, you have one of those parents? Jeez. Where did that last one come from? But I assume you don't live with your parents anymore. Doesn't that mean there's nothing stopping you from doing some programming on the side now? But there's also... You know what?
Screw this!
When we get out of here, I'll reorganize my routine so that I end up singing, ice skating, and programming at the same time? Question mark? There's no way she could mean that literally.
Such a wonderful person.
Okay, you have my attention. If there's anything you'd like to ask, please go for it. Well... I take it you're a gamer too. Why were you hiding? I am curious. Why are you hiding when we first met?
Thinking!
You speak as though it was a long time ago. Why? Well, what if...
Are my parents here?
My parents are... That would be the greatest plot twist of all time. I want that to be the solution.
What was that supposed to mean?
You can't be serious. Picture this. Humiliated and defeated by their daughter in their last great programming war, they decided to strike back from the shadows when she least expects it. Bam! Boom! That's it. No more internet for you. We're taking you someplace far away. I wouldn't put it past them. But why would your parents need to kidnap the rest of us?
I will not falter.
This is war, Blaze. A bit of collateral damage is unavoidable. This goes beyond what you'd call just a little bit of collateral. Anyway. Now that you've finished your introductions, it's time to reveal the most important character. It's them! It's my parents! Tell me when it's safe to come back out. Bye, Grace. We watched as he ran back into the vent. But that voice, that sickly sweet voice, it couldn't be. Yes, that's right. The one, the only Killmore. But please, call me Killmore Bear.
I'll be here all week.
Feel free to hold your applause until the very end, ladies and gents. I'll be here all week. No. It couldn't be. Oh, shucks. What a surprise. It looks like you've all settled in nicely. That's good. And if you haven't already, you'll have more time to make yourself at home. Plenty more time.
Okay, stay calm.
It appears our kidnappers were linked to the events of the killing game after all. She turned to face the weird talking bear that had appeared in front of us.
What do you want?
Why have you brought us here? Who's controlling you?
Oh, what's this?
My, we've got a talker here. Someone who's used to grilling other people and getting answers, maybe.
For your paws only.
Killmore Bear. A word of advice, they usually don't last too long. Just answer the questions. I am not at liberty to discuss the latter question. My programming simply doesn't allow it. Well, we got a good programmer here. Maybe she'll unprogram you.
How
reprogram
disappointing.
you. Yes, my programming. And the first? The first?
Whatever do you mean?
Why, isn't it obvious to all but the most utterly oblivious? Huh, what's going on? Why is there a talking bear here?
Just kidding.
It's plain to see, isn't it? You want us to restart the killing game.
That shouldn't have been possible.
Killing game?
I didn't sign up for this.
This just in, what's going on? Dash. Oh man. Are my eyes deceiving me, or is Barista Boy actually sleeping through this? Is that what your eyes say?
Mm-hmm.
Mine's tell me that he's awake. Need coffee.
Please, just trust me.
See, he's fine. From a cursory evaluation of the room, it would seem that you're not being taken seriously. Killmore Bear. Sorry. Ooh, poo, 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 poo.
Whatever do you mean?
You sure about that? No, the tense feeling is definitely here. Everyone's just trying not to let it show. What amazing fortitude. Considering how unhinged some of us are, it's easy to forget that we're all still ultimates. That's okay, even if some of you don't quite understand what you're in for. All it takes is one to shatter your precious illusion of peace. Then maybe you all will finally wake up to the reality of your situation. Hopefully it's not Dash.
Hold it right there.
Hold it! Hold it! You're changing models between expressions, aren't you?
My star candidate!
My, what a sharp eye. That is correct. No use in trying to hide it any longer. Happening faster than a blink of an eye. We are many in number. And come in all shapes and sizes. So no funny business, okay? Everyone. Now, before I leave, let me make a few rules clear.
For your paws only.
Violence against the headmaster, that is me, is strictly prohibited, forbidden. I will never directly kill anyone, but I am willing to offer assistance to anyone who is considering it. Wow, that's a different one. The entirety of the campus is free to explore with limited discretion. I'm sure you will all find your immediate environment quite homely.
Sheesh!
Blah blah blah, I'm sure you heard this routine before. Here's a better question. Is anyone not familiar with the campus or the class trial rules? No one put their hands up. Then my work here is done. Thank you all for making my job so easy, everyone. This is something that I have been looking forward to. Specifically, Fandom's Calling kind of did this. Everyone's kind of already familiar with what's going on. I like it when there's a killing game and everyone's like, oh, no, we know. We know what we've gotten ourselves into. Oh my. I hate to say it, but I hope you will continue to make my job easy. Hilarious. We watched as Killmore Bear retreated to the floorboards, his maniacal laughter reverberated around the gymnasium as he did so. And the room fell silent. Painfully silent. A few minutes passed. And then... everyone. Let us not worry about that Satan spawns idle threats. As long as no one harbors any lingering attachments to the outside world, we will be fine.
This is the will of the gods!
These hallowed walls shall be our sanctuary, not a field of ashes.
Why would you say that?
Lingering attachments? I can't die here. Well, if you're not here, then you don't have to go back to your clinic. Now when I have yet to work at McDonald's.
Tiresome.
Admittedly, I am also not particularly keen on the idea of living here forever.
The silence intensifies.
I don't think any of us want to. But to kill in order to leave? It'd be like we're trashing the memory of those who came before us, you know? I don't think any of them would have wanted this for us. Oh boy. I would agree with the religious weirdo. We'll all be fine as we continue to accept
Groot.
that we are Groot.
How so?
We are Groot. Profane my name with an insult once more, and I shall see to it that your sins are cleansed in the light of the seven.
How meaningless.
I'm surrounded by idiots. You're not wrong, Mona. I kind of relate to you.
Attention, please.
Silence! 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 Everyone! There's only one solution for situations like these. And I quote, fuck off with your contract BS. This man's
like
is
this.
insulting you in his sleep. Not like this! It's no use!
Interesting.
Well, I for one think that a contract would be a marvelous idea. I think that actually is a pretty good idea. Let us make one right now as a group. Pinch me! Someone is actually interested in signing a contract with Moy. Why, of course. There's a part of human psyche that makes it harder to challenge a commitment once it has been made. That is true. I can confirm with that statement. If only that logic worked with relationships. Yeah. Well now, Pierce. Are the proper terms not obvious then? Let's just get this over with. Each passing second makes it harder to resist the urge to gouge my own eyes out.
Oh! Oh!
Then do it, I want to see. Only if I start with yours.
Just kidding.
Someone can't take a joke. Mona. Zeke. Well, if everyone is going all in, I guess I'll just do the same. I'll sign too, I guess.
Let us delay no more.
Let us sign this document post-haste.
I will not falter.
Fine, I'll come out, but only to sign. Before long, everyone had added their signatures to the contract, and only had one term. As a candidate of the World Empire, we solemnly swear to live in peaceful coexistence at this academy for as long as it takes. Would they uphold that promise that was made on the most fateful of days, when everything changed? The Fire Nation had attacked. Only time would tell. Hold on, I'm gonna save real quick. And here we go, that's the end. Oh boy, you guys are gonna get a really long video. There are 17 of us. Oh wait, hold on. This is a bop. I also didn't expect this. Jeez Louise. Hello there. Sword of Swords. Kari. And then there's the other side too. I forgot there's two of them. There's Armus. Kill more bear. Okay. Are we done? Are we good? Are we set? Yes, we're set. That was the prologue to Dangan Fanfic New World Order. That was... Hoo boy. That was long, but to be honest, Danganronpa actual game prologues are actually pretty long. There was so much content. It was very well polished. It was very well done, especially the ending scene there. The kind of have that in one of every single Danganronpa. That was actually really well. This is a very well put together fan game. First of all the voice. It's also nice to see a lot of the voice actors from other Fangans in this one. That seems to be the running thing, which is really awesome. That people are just so into the community. So what is the word I'm looking for? I've played this for so long today, you guys. You guys know, because this is going to be one long upload. So devoted to the community and helping bring projects to life. It's just, and this was phenomenal, first of all. This was very well done, very well put together. I'm excited for more of this. I hope you guys are too. Tell me in the comments who was your favorite, because Eden's still my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. She is my number one. Let's be completely honest. But this was a fantastic fan game. I'm glad that someone actually suggested this to me, and I was like, yes, I'll do it. I am up for highlighting any fan project, to be honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a fun time with this. Stay classy. This is the year of the Aviator, United States Aviator. I'm gonna go and take a nap because that was a lot of recording. I usually don't record for this long, but I did today. I had to get through this one. I didn't have to get through this one. I could have done a two-part, but I was like, it's been a year of the Aviator. Let's do one long upload. And here it is in its entirety. Check it out. Link in the description. I think they have a Discord too, so the Discord's probably in the description. If they don't, it's probably just a link. Stay classy, passengers. I will see you all next time. My voice is dying. I'm gonna go get some more tea. Toodaloo. Flight crew.